It is a rivalry that has somewhat fallen off the Central Ohio high school football radar. But don't tell the two teams involved in the 34th annual Battle of Hard Road. Tonight we welcome you to Dublin Scioto High School as the Irish and the Worthington Kilbourne Wolves renew their acquaintances here this evening in one of Central Ohio's top high school football rivalries. We are so glad to have you with us here tonight on Toyota Friday Night Rivals. The legend Jeff Logan is out, so we've turned to another legend. Clay Hall's in tonight.
Off the scrap heap.
Well, you say that. We think legend. Kellyanne Stiss will be with us as well, too. I'm Marty Bannister. It's great to have you with us tonight. Clay, you've covered so many major sporting events across Central Ohio, Ohio State, Michigan. You can go on and on and on.
Right.
There's something special about a football Friday rivalry game.
No question. I was on both campuses this week, Marty, and you can feel the juice, especially here at Scioto, where they have tripled their win total from a year ago. And as they say on the practice field, and I witnessed it, we love football. We don't love Kilbourne.
For the Kilbourne Wolves of head coach Mike Edwards, as we break these two teams down, their only loss of the season has been to a pretty good team, unbeaten Canal Winchester. And one of the reasons this program is rolling again is the play of Jackson Szabo at quarterback.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited to see this young man play tonight. He has it, and he is likely to go over 1,000 yards passing this season in tonight's rivalry game. He had 294 and 3 scores last week, and he's got the legs, too, because he's an all-state midfielder on the lacrosse field.
For the Scioto Irish of head coach Alex Place, they took a hit a couple of weeks ago when their starting quarterback Jack McKee went down with an injury. So they've been turning to their defense to keep things going in the right direction for the 3-1 Irish, and that starts with linebacker Nevin Denzel.
And he is bad news for the opposition. He leads this gang tackling defense, that's for sure. 137 tackles a year ago, 19 last week against Westerville South. To me, that's Spielman, Laurinaitis, A.J. Hawk kind of production. He wears 0, and I think you're going to be calling his name a lot tonight, Marty.
It is literally and figuratively a battle for hard road. It's a chunk of hard road. They're going to win. The team that wins it takes it home tonight. It's Dublin Scioto's Worthington Kilbourne, and it's next on Toyota's Friday Night Rivals.
And open it up.
Yep, I got you. Thank you.
Worthington Kilbourne came onto the field, led by the Stars and Stripes. Dublin Scioto entered the field, led by Bagpipes. Let's meet the coin toss tonight, brought to you by Hilliard Lawn and Garden, the proud sponsor of tonight's coin toss. Scioto won the toss and has elected to defer, so the Worthington Kilbourne Wolves will get the football to start tonight's 34th annual Battle of Hard Road. Speaking of that, with more on the Battle of Hard Road, here's Kellyanne Stitz.
Guys, this rivalry was created at a rock and a hard place. These schools share Hard Road and harvested a hunk of that road as their trophy. You can take a look at it right here. Dublin Scioto's AD holding it for us. Now, this rivalry dates back 30 years, and the captains of each team meet at the 50-yard line after every game to exchange the rock to the winner. This tradition and this rock have stood the test of time, and the teams are battling to etch their year on the Hard Road trophy.
Kellyanne, thank you very much. We look forward to hearing from you as the evening rolls along. Again, Scioto will get set to kick the football away. The other interesting thing about this, as it is 30 years since these teams started playing one another, they have met a couple of times in the postseason. So there have been a couple of years there have been, Clay, some extra battles of Hard Road over the past years of this rivalry.
You just added extra juice, didn't you? I tell you,
I don't know that it needs any more, quite frankly.
It was very interesting. Alex Place, the head coach at Scioto, really wants this thing back because they had a bit of a stranglehold there for 8 years straight until Kilbourne broke that last year. So here we go on a Friday night. Thanks for having me, buddy.
We are happy to have you with us tonight, and we're happy you're with us as well, too. The opening kick by Riley Fritchie will be fielded and downed at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Worthington Kilbourne Wolves will come onto the field. So excited to see this 5'10", 180-pound sophomore quarterback, Jackson Szabo. Clay talked about him in the open tonight. Started as a freshman. There you see him coming onto the field. His resume coming into tonight's game, 8 touchdown passes, just 2 interceptions. Last year threw 16 touchdown passes, was picked off 12 times. Head coach Mike Edwards says, heck, he's so popular on campus, students ask him for his autograph. Kilbourne will start first down and 10 as we get it underway tonight here. The Battle of Hard Road. They have it at their own 25-yard line. Little touch toss to the near side. This is Cheyenne Jamshidi trying to get to the edge, and a lot of green shirts were over there waiting for him as he tried to turn the corner. Leading the charge was one of the corners, Isaiah Rush, a 5'10", 160-pound senior. Jamshidi is one of the leaders on this Kilbourne team, 21 catches coming into the game. We check the lineups in tonight's game for the Kilbourne Wolves. We'll check their offense. We just talked about Jamshidi. Keep an eye on Alex Meek as well, too. Head coach Mike Edwards says those two are a two-headed monster at the wideout spot. Szabo to throw and fires a dart to Meek, who catches it and then steps out of bounds across the 35 to the 39. That's a first down.
You know, it's interesting. He loves to sling that football, and they have 3 receivers averaging 18 yards per catch. They've had 3 of their 4 games with 3 receivers with 5 catches, so he will distribute the football.
Gain of 14, first down and 10. Szabo with a clean pocket now will step up and dance back and now look for something to do with the football, now being chased, and will just wisely heave it to one of the Scioto assistant coaches on the sideline. And that'll bring up a second down and 10. Clay, you saw right there a lot of what Mike Edwards has talked about, the experience and the game savvy of Jackson Szabo as we look at the Irish defense.
You know, I learned this week that his dad is an NFL scout with the Buffalo Bills. No wonder the football acumen has certainly trickled down.
You saw that Scioto defense. Nevin Denzel last year set a school record for tackles in a season. Here's a botched snap that will be covered by Szabo, but he will be covered as well, too. We just mentioned Nevin Denzel, and Clay again talked about him in our open, the 6', 215-pound senior. He's all over the field, said head coach Alex Place, and proved it right there.
He's done it all this season. A couple of sacks, 1 interception, 5 tackles for loss. Not a great snap there, or maybe he took his eye off. High snap, and certainly he was under duress there.
And the Kilbourne Wolves off schedule right away, facing now a 3rd down and 20. That play lost 10 back to their 29. Again, a little bit of a high snap. Szabo looking into the middle of the field, heaving it long downfield now. It has a receiver, Grayson Benjamin, who makes the catch at the Scioto 20 to the 15. He's to the 10, tries to dance his way from a couple of defenders, is going to be thrown down, but he had stepped out of bounds at the 11. How about the throw by Szabo? The pocket presence right there, play to step up and fire it downfield.
Oh, incredibly talented. He's just as good as advertised here. Finds his man, puts it right, a la Julian Sayin right there. He's got certainly a lot of moxie in the pocket.
60 on the pickup and a first down and 10 for Kilbourne at the Scioto 11. They can pick up a first down without scoring, and that pass completion puts the Worthington Kilbourne offense in the Valley Ford of Columbus red zone. Valley Ford of Columbus, where great deals meet even greater service. Luke Page, the running back, 6 foot, 200-pound senior, with the carry a moment ago, coming into the game with 607 yards this season. He'll be flanked to the far side now for sophomore quarterback Jackson Zabo. And whistles come in, and we get our first penalty flag of the night. And let's look at the penalty flag. It is brought to you by the U.S. Army.
Foul. False start. Number 72, offense, lost 5 yards. So second down.
That's our referee, Phil Coleflesh. That offensive line, maybe not the biggest O-line you will see at the high school level, but head coach Mike Edwards says the one thing they're doing now, they're starting to move bodies as the season goes along, and they're starting to take games over at the line of scrimmage. Page stands behind Zabo. Get a high snap. They're having some issues with that, and this will be covered in the backfield by Grayson Benjamin. KJ McCoy's a 6'1", 190-pound sophomore at the center spot. And you hate to mention a young man's name in the game, but, well, they're having some problems early on with that, Clay.
Well, we'll see if Zabo can bail him out like he did on the earlier possession. He faced a very 3rd and long.
And now the ball's back to the 19 where it's 3rd and 18 for the offense. And again, some problems on the exchange. And Zabo will turn upfield with the football, heads up to the 15 to the 10, and gets shoved out of bounds inside the 10. Coming over for Scioto was Wayne Moore, the 5'10", 175-pound senior. It's been just about every snap, Clay. They've had an issue. That one looked like it was just high that time and off to the right.
Now that's 2 or 3 that have eluded him there, and at 5'10", you gotta get up on the ladder to catch these. But he's so resourceful. He's out of trouble in a matter of seconds, and brings up a very interesting look here.
4th down and 6 at the 7, so they will bring on Erkan Ursias to try a field goal here. He's 3 of 4 this season. The long is 29 yards. Ball spotted at the 14. This will be a 24-yard attempt, but we have penalty flags. This may be a delay of game, and it is.
A dead ball foul. Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Okay.
And again, the check of the penalty flag brought to you by the U.S. Army. Uncover your potential in the United States Army. So let's move the ball back to the 19 to make it a 29-yard attempt for Ursias. Good look at Mike Edwards right there. Angle perhaps a little better on this one, Clay, as the ball moved back 5. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and Worthington Kilbourne survives a number of bad snaps and gets points. The big play, the 60-yard pitch and catch from Zabo to Benjamin, but the Scioto defense stiffens, and we have our first points of this Battle of Hard Road. Kilbourne on top of Scioto by a field goal early on here on our Toyota Friday Night Rivals, presented by D.R. Horton.
This new Toyota Tundra is amazing. It's rugged and capable.
Designed, engineered, and assembled right here in the USA.
And Tundra is more powerful and more fuel efficient.
The iForce Max hybrid powertrain delivers 437 horsepower.
And with the multi-terrain select, no matter what the conditions are, it automatically adjusts the engine throttle and traction.
Get $3,000 customer cash on a new 25 Tundra or 1.75 APR financing. Or lease a Tundra for $409 a month.
Toyota, let's go places.
Scioto will get the football. The 34th Battle of Hard Road. Scioto had won 8 straight until last year when Kilbourne posted a 21-7 victory. And in fact, they had won 10 of the last 11 get-togethers in this series. Back in 2015, Kilbourne got the second game, or the opening game of the season, I should say, and won that one 27-24. 5'11 sophomore Erkan Ursias getting the Kilbourne Wolves on the board with the 29-yard field goal.
Yeah, that matched his season long. He's now 4 of 5 on the season. In fact, sealed the Westland win a week ago with a late field goal.
Kick will be fielded on the run, far side. This is Dom Clarity. You're checking back for Scioto this time. They had listed Clarity as one of the return guys. This time back there, though, is the speedy Wayne Moore. He's their top wide receiver, their go-to guy there, and they want to get the football in his hands whenever they can, so they put him back there to return the kicks. The quarterback will be Grady McMillan, the 6'2", 150-pound junior. Now, they had Jack McKee quarterbacking. Head coach Alex Place said he is a dynamic young man, Jack McKee, but when he went down with that leg injury, they turned things over to the junior, Grady McMillan.
He's been through a lot, and this is not a tall task for him.
First play from scrimmage is a handoff to senior running back Eden Williams. Line of scrimmage the 32 for Scioto.
Head coach Alex Place told me earlier in the week that Grady McMillan, now a junior, 6'2" and 150, lost his mother very unexpectedly 2 years ago. And for a young man to somehow process that and come through it, losing your starting quarterback and jumping in the starting lineup is not a problem for him.
They'll stack two wides to the bottom of your screen. And McMillan will dump it to the near side. Nice move by Isaiah Rush to evade a defender and scoot out towards the 40-yard line. Yard shy, he got out to the 39 and pick up a 5. Here's the Scioto offense. Wayne Moore, Brooks Marple, Grant Sauer, Isaiah Rush, all talented wideouts. Eden Williams, the leading rusher coming into this game for the Irish, 365 yards on the season. Good look at the 6'2", 150-pound junior Grady McMillan. 3rd down and 3. And they'll hand it off, and this is Eden Williams getting nearer the first down marker. He had to get to the 42 and fell just ahead of the 42 for a Scioto first down. Here's the Kilbourne defense. Nathan Rompler, the weak side linebacker. Brendan Rhodes, the team's leader, one of the team's leader in tackles. Rompler leads the club with 32. Andrew Damer, another good one, second on the team with 26.5 tackles. They allow 29 points a game. Here's Williams trying to find some running with a nice little pirouette, and he's on to go. He's into Kilbourne territory, breaks free to the middle of the field. He's to the 30, to the 25. Penalty flags come sailing in, and we'll see how this plays itself out, but a heck of a spin move right near the midfield stripe. Spun Eden Williams free, and he carries deep into Kilbourne territory.
Yeah, they'll add a personal foul. Eden Williams can go. Coach Eddie talked this week about, he said, we've got to defend these two stud running backs.
Play carried to the 11 after the penalty flag, so a heck of a gain there by Williams. As we mentioned, entered at 365 yards, and that was a heck of a spin move that shook him free. Inside the red zone are the Irish. They'll hand it off to Williams as they have entered the Valley Ford of Columbus red zone. Valley Ford of Columbus, where great deals meet even greater service.
Scioto can certainly run the football, and Eden Williams averages 6 yards per carry this season, had a kickoff return for touchdown. He's instant offense in many ways.
Ball's at the 7. I think one of the interesting things is, Clay, we both talked to Alex Place about Grady McMillan at quarterback. He said we just had to kind of just limit the playbook a little bit than we would have with Jack McKee. We didn't change a whole lot, but just kind of dumbed it down a little bit for him.
Well, he seems to be handling it just fine.
Absolutely.
And now in the red zone and about to strike, perhaps.
Keeps the football after the play fake to Clardy. This is Nevin Denzel in at quarterback, and he dives into the end zone. Touchdown. They will use him a lot at quarterback, and on that inside the 10 situation, they put Denzel at quarterback. He faked the handoff to Clardy, kept the football right up the middle, and Nevin Denzel into the end zone for the touchdown.
I guess he does it all. Little wildcat there into the land of milk and honey, as one of my predecessors used to say. And Scioto defending that home turf early on.
11-yard run for Denzel, his first touchdown of the season. And on to try the extra point, Riley Fritchie. Wears number 99 for the Irish. So both teams, the first times they have touched the football, have got points out of the hold of Brooks Marple. Snap a bit low. The hold is down. The kick from the former soccer standout is up and good. 6:11 to go in quarter number 1. Scioto answers the Kilbourne field goal with a touchdown. Irish lead the Wolves on Toyota's Friday Night Rivals. Thanks to Kroger Great Lakes Distribution Center, tonight's game is streaming live on the ABC6 YouTube channel, as well as the ABC6 Facebook page, the ABC6 News app, and, of course, on the CWColumbus.com. The Battle of Hard Road, 7-3. The Scioto Irish lead the Kilbourne Wolves. It was interesting. Clay and I were down on the field prior to the game talking to both head coaches, and as Kellyanne showed you in our open, the Hard Road Trophy, that big chunk of asphalt, is on the Scioto side of the field. I mean, you win it 8 years in a row, you think, oh, you might as well just keep the thing. Onside kick, and trying to catch them napping, but it is fielded by one of the upbacks for Kilbourne, as falling on the football was Levi Whiteman, a 6 foot, 190-pound sophomore tight end. So the Kilbourne Wolves will get pretty good field position. Bit of a roll of the dice there, wouldn't you think, Clay, by Alex Place, but the way that Szabo can sling the ball around, they start at the 47-yard line.
Well, I could see earlier this week how aggressive he wanted to be in trying to get the rock back, and his team has just blossomed. These young kids who went 1-9 a year ago are ready to take advantage of growing up a little bit.
First play from scrimmage is a gain to Luke Page, the 6 foot, 200-pound senior. Entered the night with 607 yards and picks up a couple out to the 49. Could not have asked for a better night. We've been blessed with very good weather through the first 4+ weeks of the high school football season. We've got some of the heat and humidity back, but still a good night for high school football. Here's Page trying to find a hole. Got into Scioto territory to the 46-yard line, so he picks up 5 yards. That will bring up a third down call for the Worthington Kilbourne Wolves.
Yeah, got wide there a little bit. He's averaging 6.7 per carry, has 8 touchdowns on the year. Page knows where he's headed, that's for sure.
Michael Edwards said we want the ball in his hands at least 20 to 30 times a game. Szabo will keep the football himself, pushes a teammate ahead. That was the tight end, Grady Warner, who got a little shove from behind by the quarterback, and he picks up the Kilbourne first down to the 41. Well, if you're wondering what both these teams' keys are for this one tonight, well, we'll tell you about it right now as we look at our keys to the game. It's pretty simple. For Kilbourne, keep Szabo mobile. We saw him earlier in the game step up into the pocket and connect on that 60-yard pitch and catch to Grayson Benjamin and run the football like they've been doing. That's been one of the strengths, 216 yards a game they churn out on the ground. And for Scioto, they have to stop the run. No deep balls. They've already given up one, and they have to get the Wolves off schedule. Szabo is keeping a play alive here as he's running for his life, delivers over the middle, and has Page, who gets to the outside and tries to cut back inside and does to the 25 and gets to the 21-yard line. Up and down the field we go. That play will pick up 25 yards, and it all started with Jackson Szabo making something out of nothing, Clay.
The escapability of number 3 shakes off one or two would-be tacklers there. Finds some open space and hits Page, and the Wolves are howling.
And they'll hand the football off, and this is Luke Page from the 22-yard line. Carries the football to the 11-yard line, and it looks like he might have picked up another first down for the Kilbourne Wolves. In fact, he's going to be about a yard shy. And again, they have entered the Valley Ford of Columbus red zone. Valley Ford of Columbus, where great deals meet even greater service. Just under 4 to go and an explosive first quarter. Hand off to Page. Tries to cut back inside and is wrapped up as he tried to find a little room to the right side. Coming in for the Scioto Irish, Faraz Shirazi, a 5'9", 200-pound senior linebacker.
Kilbourne moving the chains.
A first down, and the first down sponsored by Buckeye State Bank. Been a good start to this one tonight, a fun start to this one, this rivalry game. Out of the pistol, Szabo looking, still looking, Flushed out of the pocket. A penalty flag comes sailing in. He'll find Page coming out of the backfield. Evades a defender, dives inside the 5, but you get the impression where these penalty flag, the first one was thrown, and that's going to be a holding call. Another one comes sailing in at the tackle of Page at the 5, so we'll let Phil Coleflesh and his running mates sort all this out for us.
They have concurred. I would agree with you. It looked like a hold there.
Both penalties against the offense. And we'll see how they elect to walk these off.
We got block in the back. Offense, that's declined. We got holding. Offense, number 50. Loss of 10 yards. First down.
Down to the sidelines, and let's hear from Kellyanne Stitz.
The 3-year starter broke his lead, but now taking over as another coach on the sideline. I watched him coaching up his guys, talking to them, saying, trust yourself after that rushing touchdown. And he's also taken over the iPad in the guys' ears, just doing anything that he can to help the guys have success tonight.
Cheyenne Jamshidi with the catch as they got it to him in the flat. And he gets to the Scioto 12. Good look at Jamshidi, the 5'10", 170-pound senior. Their loss to Canal Winchester. He had half dozen catches, a couple of touchdowns in that. Szabo with the fake, rolling to the far side, gets stood up and thrown down. Coming up, Wayne Moore, the corner, but another flag comes in. This is at about the 9-yard line, and it's another holding call against the Kilbourne offense.
Got holding. Offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Second down.
It's a bye week for the Buckeyes and for the Fever. The Football Fever will return next Saturday as the Bucs prepare for their first road game of the season as they travel to Washington. The Football Fever next Saturday, 11 a.m., only on ABC6. One of the greatest settings to watch a college football game, Seattle, Washington. Back to throw is Szabo on 2nd and 19, or 2nd and goal from the 19. Here comes another penalty flag and a leaping grab in the end zone by Alex Meek. Now, whether or not this stands or not, we'll wait and see. Another holding call against Kilbourne. Pretty good throw, pretty good catch.
Oh, my goodness, what a highlight. Kilbourne has stopped itself in so many ways tonight on offense. They have gone up and down the field, but some errant snaps. And
no holding. Offense, number 70. 10 yards from the previous spot. Second down.
I think that, is it the third or fourth holding call on this drive? But again, number 3, Jackson Szabo. What a throw.
What a catch.
Look at Alex Meek climbed the ladder for that one.
2nd and goal from the 29. They dump the ball in the middle of the field to Benjamin, who runs up the middle of the field and gets thrown down inside the 10 at the 8.
Yeah, Benjamin came in with 10 catches as well. Everybody catches the football from this guy.
Well, there's so much going on in this game tonight. 3rd down and goal now at the 8.
Kind of a Lad McConkey type guy.
They'll put 2 wides to the far side, including Luke Page. Empty the backfield for Jackson Szabo. He's going to keep the football himself and gets stood up in the backfield and dropped. Good read of that play by Trevor Moreland, the 6', 180-pound senior linebacker. Shot the gap immediately and greeted the sophomore linebacker. Watch it here.
Oh, yeah. Terrific play. He really forced the action right there. Gave Szabo no place to go.
4th down and goal from the 12, so the Wolves will have to settle for another field goal attempt. And this one will be from the same distance as the last one. This will be a 29-yarder for Ursias. Out of the hold of Cheyenne Jamshidi. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is on its way, and it is good. So 2 29-yard field goals, and it's a 1-point game. Scioto leads Kilbourne 7-6.
Marty Osiris has a pretty sturdy leg there. That would have been good from perhaps 40 or maybe even 45. And he has cut the lead to 7-6.
Let's get caught up with what is happening with your favorite high school team, and you can do that when you watch FNR Scores on Fox 28 after the game tonight. It's sponsored by D.R. Horton. D.R. Horton is, of course, America's builder. Hard to believe we're at the halfway point of the regular season of high school football in the state of Ohio.
And both these teams angling for that postseason bid. Both coaches mentioned it. They're on off to great start so far, both 3-1 on the season.
You know, Clay, I found it interesting in talking to both coaches. I asked both of them their response to the reduction of the playoff field, and I thought they were very interesting. Michael Edwards was like, hey, I think it's great. It works out. Alex Place was like, oh, whatever. Didn't really care either way.
Yeah, right.
He's one of the few who I've talked to that's kind of had that reaction to it.
And if I'm not mistaken, 12, I think, qualify for this region.
Exactly.
4 get buys.
Kick checks up. It's fielded on the run by Wayne Moore. And the Irish will come back onto the field with 75 seconds left in what has been an eventful first quarter. 7-6. Scioto with the lead.
Boy, I'll say.
Ball will be spotted to 24.
Kilbourne has qualified for postseason play for the 4 trips since 2020, so they're used to extending the season.
They had a heck of a run back in the latter half of the 90s into the early 2000s.
Didn't they?
Year in and year out, one of the forces in Central Ohio football. First play from scrimmage, a handoff. And gang tackled is Dom Clardy, the 6', 185-pound sophomore. Entered the night with 184 yards on the season. The Scioto story is an interesting one. 30th year the school's been in existence. It's a rarity. In their first year of existence, all they did was win a state championship. You don't often see that. Sometimes it takes programs a couple of years to kind of find their footing. And this one, in 1995, won a state championship.
That's tough to follow. My goodness.
Yeah, 2nd and 7. Here's a little dump pass to the near side. Rush makes the catch, but this will lose yards. Line of scrimmage again to 27. And this one will lose back to the 23-yard line. And that could very well have been the last play of quarter number 1 with the clock spinning and 23 seconds left. Nice open field tackle over there by Griffin Miller for Worthington Kilbourne, 5'8" junior. And that indeed will be the last play of quarter number 1. So both teams put points on the board in quarter number 1. And the times they've had the football, they've scored. 2 field goals for Kilbourne and a touchdown run by Nevin Denzel. Who wants the Hard Road Trophy? Dublin Scioto, Worthington Kilbourne, separated by a point as we go to quarter number 2 on Toyota's Friday Night Rivals. Welcome back to Scioto, Dublin Scioto High School, along with Clay Hall, Kellyanne Stitz. I'm Marty Bannister. Our statistician, the best in the business, Jason Van Hoos. I'm Marty Bannister. 7-6 is the lead for Dublin Scioto in this Battle of Hard Road rivalry game. There are so many great rivalries all across Central Ohio, and this one certainly can hold its own with any of them. Here's Grady McMillan to throw to start quarter number 2, and has a receiver wide open in Kilbourne territory, and running out of bounds after making the catch along that far sideline was the speedster Wayne Moore, our go-to guy, says head coach Alex Place, and you saw why right there. Big catch and run, first down for Scioto.
Grady McMillan, Marty, is also a starting pitcher on the Scioto baseball team. I wondered when he would start to sort of exercise that arm a little bit. Great play there up the far side, and they are knocking at the door.
40 yards on the pass completion. Good look at Grady McMillan. He'll hand off, and this is Clardy being thrown down to the field turf. Clardy. Last week or 2 weeks ago, I should say, against Thomas Worthington, carried the ball a half dozen times for 62 yards. 30 seconds into quarter number 2. Gain of 2 and a second down and 8 upcoming. Irish last year went 1-9, winless in the OCC Capital, but entered tonight's game at 3-1. Moore in motion and takes a little touch toss. A flag is down, and Moore is knocked down right about the 30-yard line. Scioto coming into the game averaging 355 yards of total offense. This will push the Irish back. And Phil Coleflesh will tell everybody exactly what happened on that play.
Yeah, holding. Offense, number 53. Repeat, second down.
If the Scioto helmets look a little familiar to you, we'll tell you more about that in a moment. They bear a striking resemblance to Ohio State's helmets, and there's a reason for that. McMillan, they have a problem with the snap, and McMillan has to fall on the ball. He and Dom Clardy were side by side in the backfield. There's a good look at those helmets I was referring to. Head coach Alex Place says we call ourselves the Silver Bullets on defense because the helmets resemble that. If you look at a black and white photo of those helmets, you would think that those were Ohio State's helmets, which was when they started playing football some 30 years ago. That was kind of in the back of their minds a little bit.
Yeah. The Irish now backed up, facing a 3rd and 22 here after getting not deep, but certainly crossing midfield, and now they're backed up on their own 49. 3rd and 22. Let's see what McMillan has for them.
They're going to come near side, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to get the ball into the hands of Brooks Marple, 5'9" junior wide receiver. Entered the night with 16 catches, unable to get a hand on it. And on to kick the football away. They've been using both McMillan and Nevin Denzel to punt the football, and this will be Denzel to come out. He's had 1 kick this year for 29 yards. McMillan has 10 kicks. And we highlighted Denzel for you. Alex Place saying he does a little bit of everything. Well, he's proved it tonight. Scored a touchdown. Been wreaking havoc at that linebacker spot. Now we'll come on to punt the football away. Line of scrimmage again, the 49. This one will bounce right to the return man. Kind of in no man's land right there. Austin Todd. And managed to negotiate his way to the 10. Down to the sidelines, and we say hello once again to Kellyanne Stitz.
Helmets. Well, Dublin Scioto has dedicated their season to 2 former players. Better Al-Sadan and Joshua Marr both died in a car accident on July 20th. Both were 2025 graduates and former football players. Both teams are wearing numbers 44. Irish are playing for a purpose greater than football this year.
I asked Alex Place earlier in the week. We'll tell you more after Zabo delivers this one to the far side, and the pass is caught out near the 20-yard line by Alex Meeg. And I asked Alex Place, I said, there's no page 47 in the coach's manual that helps you deal with something like that. And he said, absolutely right. You have to be there for your players, and it still sticks with them. As Kellyanne mentioned, the stickers on the back of the helmets, they were all close to the former players, and what a great move by the Kilbourne folks as well, too, to have those numbers on the back of their helmets.
Dead ball foul. Encroachment. Defense. Be 5 yards. First down.
Clay, one of the things that Alex Place said was he relied on Carl Johnson, the former head coach at Dublin Scioto, who had gone through something similar back in his day coaching at Scioto to help navigate their way through the tragedy.
I noticed just the camaraderie, that culture that they have as they run the ball here, and just in fact, they all wear the number 11 in practice. Either it's 11 brothers are hard to beat or do your 111th.
Play carried out to the 31. It's a 2nd down and 3. 9:15 to go here in quarter number 2 of a 1-point game. Scioto on top of Kilbourne, 7-6. Our Toyota Friday night rivals presented by D.R. Horton. We're so glad you're with us here. Week number 5 of the high school football season. Page takes the handoff and tries to get to the edge and won't do so. He needed to get to the 39-yard line and was going to be, or to the 34-yard line, I should say, and he's about a yard or 2 shy. Good look at Luke Page. Had some big nights this year. 217 yards against Westland.
They like to run off the left side behind Colin Gorbett and Hunter Funk. Those are the 2 linchpins of that offensive line.
3rd down and 1 call upcoming for the Kilbourne offense. They'll put 2 wides to the near side. They'll put the ball in the belly of Page, and he manages to get the first down again, as Clay mentioned, going to the side of the field they're comfortable with, to that left side. And it's good enough for a first down. Play carried out to the 37-yard line. Watch Page pick up the first down here. Michael Edwards, the head coach, is in his 7th year. He's a former assistant at Pickerington North, was there for 10 years. Back to throw, Zabo. Meek makes the catch, then steps out of bounds in front of his bench far side. And I asked him about Jackson Zabo. And now remember, they've had some pretty fair talent out of Pickerington North. And Michael Edwards said, Jackson Zabo's the best one I've seen.
Well, he compared, as you mentioned, his days at Pick North when Jimmy Wyrick was slinging the rock. And he went on to Wofford and later to TCU. And he certainly thinks Zabo is every bit as good.
2nd down and 5, and Zabo will look long over the middle of the field and trying to get the ball back into the hands of Alex Meek. And he was double covered back there. Wayne Moore and Brooks Marple were on coverage for the Scioto Irish.
Got to keep them honest, right?
Absolutely.
You got to take your shots, as Ryan Day would say. But now a 3rd down situation.
This rivalry, again, it's in favor of Scioto 19-14. You look back over the history of it, there were back-to-back years where the score of the game was 22-21. Scoreagami. Zabo to throw, leaping grab by Alex Meek just into Scioto territory. And it is good enough for a first down to the 48-yard line.
I'm trying to formulate what Zabo looks like, who he looks like. We in the media are always trying to compare players. Maybe we just say he's Jackson Zabo. Alex Meek, 16 catches, 3 scores. He knows where the end zone is.
Zabo stutter step, lost his balance. Nevin Denzel lost his helmet, so he'll have to check out of the game for a play.
Denzel shot through, gave him no place to go, forced the issue there.
Bring up a 2nd down and 10. No gain on the play, 6:55 to go here in the quarter. I was referencing some of the earlier games in this series. In 2013 and 2014, the teams met in the first game of the regular season and then in the last game for the losing team when they met in the playoffs. But Scioto had ripped off 8 straight victories from 2016 through the 2023 campaign before Kilbourne turned the tide last year. 4 wides are on the field for Zabo. Couple of field goals for the Wolves and a Nevin Denzel touchdown run for the Irish. This is Page and just bumping bodies out of the way as he muscles his way inside the Irish 45-yard line to the 43.
Balance is everything in football. You've got to be productive on both sides and not be one-dimensional. Once you do that, you may have hastened the end to your hopes for victory.
3rd and 5, play fake, and Szabo tries the edge far side and gets there and did pick up the first down as he was able to tightrope the sideline and get to the 36-yard line. Don't miss the Middlefield Bank play of the game in the fourth quarter of tonight's game. Middlefield Bank, your everything bank, with 6 locations in Central Ohio. Szabo on the run and fighting towards another Classic Exteriors first down as he gets inside the 30 to the 27-yard line.
Marty, Szabo appears a little more mature than he's just a sophomore. He visited Michigan State earlier this month as I looked at some of his social media channels. And despite his 5'10 and a half frame, I think he will play the game on the next level.
As Clay mentioned, also a standout lacrosse player. Page, a little hesitation. Acceleration to the corner to the 20-yard line and is run out of bounds. Nice gain of 8 there by Page. Did a nice job of stringing that play out and finding a little gap and then getting through it. And that gain puts Kilbourne in the Valley Ford of Columbus red zone. Valley Ford of Columbus, where great deals meet even greater service. Alums from both programs on hand tonight. Some former NFL and current NFL players with Scioto backgrounds are here tonight as well, too. Szabo weaving his way through the middle of the field now and has stood up and dropped at about the 15-yard line. Nice form tackle right there by Faraz Shirazi, the 5'9 senior linebacker. Play carried to the 13. Well, you watch Szabo and just the way that he handles himself on the field, it belies being a sophomore, doesn't it?
Oh, my. You're right.
It's Page dancing his way through the defense and scooting into the end zone touchdown. What a move at about the 5-yard line. And he plows his way into the end zone for the first Kilbourne touchdown of the night. And the Wolves take the lead.
No kidding. I mean, I think one guy might have put a hand on him as he made the cut. Yep. Wow. But nothing resembling a tackle there. This is a productive kid, this running back, Luke Page.
8th rushing touchdown of the season for Page. And Kilbourne goes on top 12-7 with 4:45 to go here in this second quarter. They're going to play for 2 here with the lead at 5. They'll hand it to Page, and again with a dandy move, gets him free, and he goes in for the 2-point conversion. Luke Page showing some fancy footwork. And the touchdown followed by the 2-point conversion, and Kilbourne leads Scioto by a touchdown. This is Toyota Friday Night Rivals on CW Columbus, brought to you by D.R. Horton, America's Builder. Luke Page with the touchdown.
Toyota Tacoma has been the #1 selling truck in its class for the past 20 years. You want to know how they stay #1?
You get Tacoma or advanced powertrain. Hybrid i4 Max delivers
Tacoma's
the new 25 Tacoma. Just $269 a month.
Toyota, let's go places.
Coming up at the half, they are back. Your favorite furry mascot friends will compete in the one and only Mascot Challenge. It's sponsored by Safe Life Auto Glass. Clay will be intently watching the Mascot Challenge. First time you'll have a chance to see that.
Absolutely. It's all part of a great Friday night.
It is.
This is a kick for me. After retiring, so to speak, from ABC 6. And
that's what I've always heard, that those that retire seemingly work even more when they retire.
Yeah, it's as I told you in the open, they're pulling me off the scrap heap. Tim May, who's only 31.
Wade Moore on the return as he carries back into the middle field across the 20, shy of the 25-yard line. During the fourth quarter of tonight's game, we will be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing.
Yeah, I was kidding about Tim May, who's 71 and is the dean of the Buckeye Press Corps.
He's 71?
He has covered Buckeye football since 1984. And, he pulled me off the scrap heap, as I like to say. We're doing several things.
Scioto with the football, first down and 10, trying to find some running room as Eden Williams has a gap, gets through it, and is knocked down after a nice gain out across the 29 to the 30-yard line. He's a couple of yards shy of a Scioto first down. One of the things that's also interesting about Scioto is you watch Eden Williams come running right at you here and getting close to the first down. It'll be a second down and 3 call. Their 3 wins this season have been by a grand total of 10 points. 2 of them have been by 1 point, and then 1 in overtime. But the positive for Alex Place, well, those 3 wins match the total of the last 2 years, and it doesn't matter if you win by 1 or 100. 3-1 is 3-1. McMillan sprinting and running and being chased far side and will just angle out of bounds and gets thrown down by Nathan Rompler, who was over there, the weak side linebacker, chasing him down.
Yeah, Coach Place has said this team has just matured. They've been through the hard times at 1-9. They know they're much better. Big class returning now, maturing.
He spent 15 years, Clay, as the defensive coordinator here under Carl Johnson.
Sure did.
Had a great career as the head coach. Scioto, of course, one of 3 schools in this Dublin district with Kaufman and Jerome. Here's Williams on the handoff, trying to find something to the near side, but all he finds are guys wearing white jerseys. He managed to spin ahead for a yard or 2. Leading the charge defensively was Joseph Adrian, the Sam linebacker, the strong side linebacker for the Kilbourne Wolves.
Yeah, great pursuit here, despite taking down one Wolf on a great block there. But
that was Adrian who got decleated over there and got right back up and got back into the play. How about that?
Excellent effort.
It's a 4th down and 1, and Kilbourne will watch as Scioto calls timeout.
Worthington.
In fact, Kilbourne will use the timeout. 3:46 to go in the half. 14-7, Kilbourne leads Scioto on Toyota's Friday Night Rivals. Coming up in just a few moments, we will go down to Kellyanne Stitz for the Music Go Round Coach's Corner. We will hear from the coach whose team has the lead at the intermission. Right now, that's Kilbourne, 14-7. 4th and 1. Williams has the first down and more and spins out across the 40 for the Irish of Dublin Scioto. As he spins out to the 43-yard line on 4th and 1, he gets 11 yards and a first down.
Yeah, they went, looked like hurry up there, and lined up almost like a tush-push, and then Eden Williams broke it. He is the go-to guy in that Irish backfield.
Last year had 55 yards in the Battle of Hard Road game. McMillan to throw, airs it out far side, and the pass hangs, but is caught over there by Wayne Moore. He had to wait for that one to come down. Was just almost waiting and pleading and hoping it would come down, and it did, and he made the catch at the 38-yard line. Watch Wayne Moore here. Just almost could have called a fair catch right there, couldn't he? The way that one was up in the air.
Thought it was a punt there for a minute.
First down and 10. Again, they'll tighten the formation, and Williams will work to the right side. Again, the line of scrimmage, the 38. And he'll get a yard to the 37-yard line. Kilbourne's defense gives up 371 yards a game, 220 through the air. They have picked off 3 passes this season. Last week, they were 48-38 winners over Westland, while Scioto last week dropped its first game of the season, blowing a 15-point halftime lead and losing to Westerville South 26-18. Handoff to Williams, trying to find the edge to the near side, and is stood up and thrown backwards. Nathan Rompler comes racing over, just grabbed him around the shoulders and flung him down at the 40.
Rompler's feeling it right now. He knows he stood him up, gave him nothing. Barely eluded a tackle there. And there he is to greet him at the 36-yard line.
3rd down and 8 upcoming. We go under 2 minutes left in half number 1. The Hard Road Trophy game, the Battle of Hard Road. McMillan fires a dart that's incomplete, trying to hit his receiver, Grant Sauer, a 6', 170-pound junior. The history of the Hard Road Trophy game as you watch McMillan and Sauer unable to connect. That ball was wobbling a little bit.
Yeah, behind a little bit as well.
2 schools are separated by about 2.5 miles of hard road, figuratively and literally, on the northwest side of the city of Columbus. If you're not familiar at all with it, when the schools were built, hard road, where they're both located. Scioto on the west side of Sawmill Road. Kilbourne on the east side near 315. Denzel's back in at quarterback. He's going to go back to throw. Looking long over the middle now, and the pass is intercepted. Taken away by Austin Todd, the strong side safety. And Todd at the 15-yard line is thrown down. That one kind of hung in the air, and Todd, who has baseball in his background. Sure, Grandpa's very happy as he makes the play on the interception. Almost looked like a center fielder drifting back to haul that one in. And the return, and the football goes back to Worthington Kilbourne.
Little curious why he put Denzel in to throw that football behind the receiver there, and Kilbourne takes over. He launched it, but his receiver had to come back, and look at the triple coverage there by the Kilbourne Wolves.
Dad Jeff, the AD. Former OSU baseball coach Bob Todd. The interception gives the ball back to Kilbourne with 1:27 to go in the half. Ball's at the 16. First down. This first down sponsored by Classic Exteriors. Szabo back to throw, and the right-hander trying to hit Meek, and that pass was tipped away. Wayne Moore's had a very nice game tonight on both sides of the football, and that was a good play right there.
No doubt about it. Maybe they're starting to kind of get inside Jackson Szabo's head there. He certainly anticipated that. Great play on the boundary, almost. Back-to-back picks.
2nd and 10, the ball at the 16. Szabo flushed out of the pocket, being chased. Will just run out of bounds as he had green shirts bearing down on him that time. Closing in was Jacob Thomas for the Scioto defense. Stick around at the half for the Bathfitter Halftime Show. You will be introduced to 2 of Central Ohio's finest scholar athletes from Worthington Kilbourne and Dublin Scioto High School, plus scores from around Central Ohio. It's all coming up in the Bathfitter Halftime Show. On 3rd and 6, Szabo floats one, that is caught. But again, very little running room. A penalty flag comes in as that one was delivered to Luke Page and really couldn't find his way through any of the traffic that had congested around him over there. Look at the penalty, sponsored by the United States Army. Uncover your potential in the U.S. Army.
There's no flag for ineligible downfield. No flag.
So that will wipe out the
fourth down
penalty flag. No flag on the call. So it will be fourth down now.
Timeout. Dublin. First timeout.
Scioto will use a timeout. Alex Place wants a little time on the clock when they get the football back. This timeout on the field is sponsored by the Ohio State Highway Patrol. It's not too late to transform your talents into a career with the Ohio State Highway Patrol.
Scioto starting to stiffen up a little on D here, maybe figure out Jackson Sabo. He's backed up in his own end here, facing 4th and 8. So Kilbourne expected to get the football back, and our crack statistics staff, led by Jason, tells me that the Wolves have been 6 of 8 on third down conversions, but not this time.
Szabo and Andrew Nielsen have shared the punting chores this season. Szabo averages 33 yards a kick. Nielsen averages 35 yards a kick, and it will be Nielsen on the punt. Standing back just onto his own side of the midfield stripe is Wayne Moore for Scioto. Kilbourne by a touchdown with 66 seconds left in the half, 14-7. After that explosive first quarter, things kind of calmed down a little bit here in the second quarter. The left footer high kick that Moore will watch bounce, and it checks up and takes a bit of a Scioto bounce. And the Irish will start in plus territory with the football at the 48-yard line. So Alex Place, the use of the timeout, leaves his club 58 seconds to go here in the half. And a chance to put some points on the board here.
I really enjoyed being at the Scioto practice this week. At one point, they went into what they call an abu. It's an Irish war cry. It's a variation of that Oklahoma drill that can be quite brutal, but everybody loving the action and the enthusiasm, getting ready for this big ball game.
Szabo to Wayne Moore. McMillan to Wayne Moore. And the completion to the 44-yard line to pick up a 4. Clock rolls, 40 seconds left in the half. Again, out of the shotgun formation. McMillan will loft this one out of bounds to the near side. Heads up play there by the junior quarterback. One of the things that Alex Place said about Grady McMillan stepping in to replace the injured Jack McKee, McMillan's a smart kid. Nothing panics him. He's a starting pitcher on the Scioto baseball team. So he's used to tough situations and being the man in the middle.
Those 3-2 counts, perhaps.
There's Jack McKee. Back to throw McMillan. Pocket starts to break down, and he'll just dump this one out of harm's way. There's a penalty flag back where McMillan delivered the football. A pair of flags and a pair of holding calls. Deuce is wild on the hold there.
Got holding offense, number 53, that's declined. We got holding 59, offense 10 yards from the previous spot. Third down.
Football back into
guys.
Scioto territory at the 46. And there's one of the holds right there at the top of the screen. That was the one that was accepted on James Scott, the left tackle. Back to throw McMillan now on 3rd and 16 and trying to get the ball near side for Isaiah Jones. And here comes 2 more penalty flags. Griffin Miller was on coverage, and he's the one going to get flagged as he was shadowing Isaiah Jones up the near side sideline.
Yeah, McMillan aired it out. Looked like he had his man.
We got pass interference, defense number 33.
Some jousting there.
It'll be repeat third down and about one.
Pass interference.
So it is not good enough for the first down. It's a 15-yard penalty. It was third and 16.
Back here at the 46.
Thank you. And again, the look at the penalty brought to you by the United States Army. Uncover your potential in the U.S. Army. Now they'll walk the penalty off. 21 seconds remain to be played in the half. Ball's at the Kilbourne 39. Both teams in the Ohio Capital Conference. This is game number 2 of the Capital Division portion of the schedule. Back to throw McMillan on 3rd and 1. Trying to air it out for Wayne Moore down the near side. Tries to adjust and cannot hang on to it. Again, there was some contact back there. Griffin Miller, who got flagged just a moment ago, was on coverage again and did a nice job that time of avoiding another penalty flag. Again, a little bit of hand fighting going on between the two, the receiver and the defensive back. So with 16 seconds left, it's 4th and 1. Irish have a pair of timeouts left. They'll bunch the formation and almost go with the Irish version of the tush push. And before the ball is snapped.
Timeout. Worthington. That's their second timeout.
Kilbourne will call a timeout.
Well, you got to take another shot, right? You're out of field goal range.
Well, 4th and 1 with 15 seconds left. You pick up the first down.
Yeah.
Alex Place and his offensive staff.
Yeah, maybe they are going tush push here.
Series between these two favors Scioto 19-14. Largest margin of victory for the Irish was way back in 1996. That sounds odd to say, doesn't it? Way back in 1996. Whoa. They won at 66-28. Kilbourne's had a 5-game winning streak in this series from 97 to 01. And right now we've got a good one. 14-7, Kilbourne with the lead, but Scioto with now 16 seconds left in the half. Again, we'll bunch the formation. McMillan over center. They'll toss to Clardy, trying to get to the outside. Has the first down. Barely. The ball pops free, though. There is a fumble, and the football may belong to Kilbourne. No signal yet. Coming out of the pile with the football was Braylon Harper, the outside linebacker. Now they make the signal. It is Kilbourne football. So Clardy coughs it up, and Braylon Harper falls on the loose football.
Yeah, maybe they should have taken the shot. I don't.
He had the first down.
He did.
And there you see the ball drop out.
Lost the handle.
So that will snuff out the Scioto drive with 10 seconds left. I would imagine Michael Edwards and his Kilbourne staff will go to the end of the half formation.
Andrew Beimer got in on the action as well there to force that fumble.
So put Zabo in the pistol, and he would just simply hand the ball off to Page, tries to angle to the far side, runs out of bounds with 4 seconds left in the half.
Well, we still might get a Hail Mary here.
Line of scrimmage was the 37, and Page able to get to the 43, picks up a half dozen. Closing in on the intermission, 4 seconds left. Page again is wrapped up and brought down. Trevor Moreland in on the tackle, and that will do it for half number 1. The 34th Battle of Hard Road hits the intermission with Worthington Kilbourne on top of Dublin Scioto by the score of 14-7 tonight here at Scioto High School on this warm, muggy September night. The 5th week of the high school football season, also known as the halfway point of the 2025 season. The playoffs will start in 6 weeks. In a moment, we'll head down to the field. Kilbourne getting a pair of touchdown, or one touchdown in the first half and a pair of field goals. And Scioto getting the Nevin Denzel touchdown run. And that's where we stand here at the break. Kilbourne on top, 14-7 at the intermission of this OCC divisional matchup. Both schools in the Capital Division, both in Division II, Region 7. Kellyanne Stitz is with Michael Edwards.
Yeah, we have. We had 3 holding calls earlier, a couple bad snaps. I think the moment was a little too big at first, and I think we've now settled in, and we're playing with poise and confidence, and these guys are doing a great job on the other side of it too, fighting.
Quarterback Jackson Zabo was under distress at times. What will it take to really get him going in the second half?
I think him just taking some of the running lanes. They're kind of trying to spy him a little bit and keep their D-line in, and there's a lot of running lanes for him. He started doing that the last game.
Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck the second half.
Thank you.
Guys.
Friday Night Rivals, presented by D.R. Horton.
Worthington Kilbourne High School marching band. We hope you enjoy our first 2 minutes of Hombre.
Doing the toss to the Mid-Ohio Food Collective guy during.
One, two. You got it, Chris?
After the halftime show, every week they see the people at the crowd organize what the matter is small athletes athletes. Where do you want me to go?
Yeah, so we're gonna do feedback.
Okay, is that after the mascot challenge? Okay. Welcome into the Bath Fitter halftime show. I'm Kellyanne Stitz. Right now, Worthington Kilbourne leads Dublin Scioto 14-7. Every week, the CW Columbus is proud to recognize the Donato's Scholar Athlete of the Week. This week, we introduce you to Ben Davis from Worthington Kilbourne and Michael Kinzer from Dublin Scioto.
Donato's proudly recognizes Central Ohio's Scholar Athletes of the Week. Worthington Kilbourne's Ben Davis excels in the classroom with honors and AP courses, while leading as a three-sport athlete and standout football punter and baseball player. Dublin Scioto's Michael Kinzer is an AP Scholar, state qualifier, and four-year varsity runner who leads on the track, in the classroom, and as a mentor. Congratulations to these outstanding Donato's Scholar athletes.
Now it's time for a unique halftime competition. Let's get right into the mascot, the Safe Flight Mascot Challenge.
Welcome, everyone, to the Safe Flight Mascot Challenge, right here on the CW Columbus. All right, then, let's meet the contestants. Jaguar, Bear, Cardinal, Dog, and Good Day Columbus's own Muggsy. This week's challenge, the field goal. First up, it's Bear. Bear approaches the ball and down goes Bear. Oh, he's got to be ashamed of that effort. How embarrassing. Cardinal is next, and, well, that certainly didn't fly. A win is definitely not in the cards for you. Dog, showing beautiful form, and this might have a chance. But no, he doinks it off the right goalpost. Doggone it, Jaguar is ready to roar. Wow, what a kick. It's good. Great kick, Jaguar. Last up, it's Muggsy. And what's this? Cardinal is up to his dirty bird tricks again. Well, let me tell you, folks, the fans are not happy with Cardinal. So that makes Jaguar this week's big winner. Congratulations, Jaguar. Tune in next week for another exciting Safe Flight Mascot Challenge on the CW Columbus. No mascots were harmed in the making of this video.
And we want to take a moment to recognize the Mid-Ohio Food Collective. Earlier today, I caught up with CEO and president of the Mid-Ohio Food Collective, Matt Habesh, about the work that they're doing in Central Ohio. Matt, what is Hunger Action Month all about?
You know, during the month of September, it's really about moving people to action on the issue of hunger. Mm-hmm. So we started years ago, and we called it awareness. We decided that wasn't bold enough, and we really want to get people involved, understand how serious the issue of hunger is, and how they can help. How can they, literally volunteer, whether that's at a food pantry or at a food bank, whether you can advocate on our behalf and tell the story of how the issue of hunger affects so many people, or ultimately even donate to really get involved. Food, money, whatever's help.
How does the Mid-Ohio Food Collective help people?
Well, we served through 600 partner agencies over 500,000 people last year across a 20-county footprint.
Wow, amazing.
About half of that's right here in Franklin County, but the rest of it's scattered across the other 19 counties. So people need help. We got 600 partners that we get food to, and they get it to them.
But you guys are more than just a food bank. How else do you guys service those in Central Ohio? One
of the things we did right at the beginning of the COVID pandemic was change our whole name to Mid-Ohio Food Collective. It was a recognition that we're more than a food bank. We'll do the emergency feeding, but in addition to that, we have two wonderful farms in this community. We're teaching young kids what farming's all about and what high-tech farms look like, vertical growing, greenhouse growing, those kinds of things with kids. That farms eventually will serve over 500,000 meals to people right here in Central Ohio. We've got a Mid-Ohio pharmacy program, which is really getting doctors, to prescribe healthy food to people. We know we can move A1Cs of diabetes, hypertension, those kinds of issues when people get regular access to fresh food. We have a kitchen program that's really about cooking food and putting it in the markets, cooking for summer feeding for kids. We go a lot of kids get fed in the summertime, and then we have a Mid-Ohio market strategy, which is really about repositioning food pantries so that it takes the stigma away. We want people to come, open at nights, open on weekends, and so people can get more involved.
Very important work. Thank you so much for your time, Matt.
Thank you.
The Bath Better halftime show will continue after the break. Right now, Worthington Kilbourne leads Dublin Scioto 14-7. We'll be right back.
Creek Stadium and East Tennessee University for the Bands of America, Central Ohio, and East Tennessee Regional. And finally, to Lucas Oil Stadium for the Bands of America Grand National. We'd also like to invite the Dublin community to come check out our video events listed just down the street at Worthington Kilbourne High School. We just finished our first event of the year, but encourage you to check out our next event on December 13th. Enjoy using the fun, food, gas prizes, and community spirit by supporting our event program. Visit bingo.kilbourne.com for more information and our future days. Watch your calendars and we'll see you at bingo. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please welcome to the field the pride of the Dublin side, the Dublin Scioto High School Marching Band. In his fourth year, the band is directed by Mr. Andy Doherty. Mr. Doherty's staff includes Assistant Band Director Megan Hawley, Percussion Instructors Brian Cook, Nick Perkefile, and Brandon Brown, Color Guard Directors Lauren Foran and Nate Lewis, Audio Engineer Austin Mill, and Visual Instructor Ryan Duwell. The Dublin Scioto Marching Band Field Commanders are Ellen Griffith and Selena Ramos. Tonight, the band will be performing parts 1 through 4 of their 2025 competition show titled The Knockout. Parts 1 and 2 feature music by Bill Conti from the movie Rocky II. Part 3 features music by Rachel Platten and her hit Fight Song. And Part 4 features music by Vince Cola from Rocky IV. Part 1 will feature a brass quartet performed by Eric Deal on contra, Alex Cortez on baritone, William Witherspoon on mellophone, and Colin Huff on trumpet. For Part 3, Molly Steele and Will Porter will perform a flute duet. Finally, a trumpet trio will be performed by Colin Huff, Finnegan Side.
And welcome back to the Math Fitter Halftime Report. The Battle of Hard Road at the intermission. Worthington Kilbourne leads Dublin Scioto by the score of 14-7. As we mentioned, we are in week number 5 of the high school football season. We have hustled to the halfway point of the season. Let's check scores from around Central Ohio in week number 5. Delaware Hayes and Westerville North in a tight one. Field goal separates those two OCC division rivals. Harvest Prep and Bishop Watterson. We'll see Watterson next week against DeSales. That's a good matchup right there. Watterson leads Harvest Prep 21-0. Two perennial state powers going at it there, defending state champions of Watterson. Grove City a 21-10 lead over Hilliard Darby. That game in quarter number 2. Hilliard Davidson. We saw the Wildcats last week. They have doubled up Marysville at the half, 14-7. Hilliard Bradley and New Albany tangling with the Eagles on top of the Jaguars by the score of 21-17. Olentangy Liberty, a 7-0 lead over Dublin Jerome. Liberty struggling out of the gate, defending state champions. One that a lot of people were keeping an eye on, that Pickering and Central Canal Winchester game. Canal Winchester undefeated going into that one. And nearing the intermission, Pickering and Central has a touchdown lead on the Indians at 21-14. Granville, we'll see the Blue Aces in a few weeks against Licking Valley. They have a 21-0 lead over Utica. That game in quarter number 2. Olentangy rolling right along. They are rolling past Westerville Central 34-7. Wade Bartholomew, he's got a pretty good team at Olentangy. Again, some of the scores from around Central Ohio. Now let's check some highlights from around the nation.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Charlie firing the ball deep. He's got a receiver. He also has a defender near him who comes down with the ball. Interception. No. Rickards caught it. I thought it was picked. No, Rickards caught it.
Play fake. De Blasio's rolling to throw. Will launch upfield. Oh, what a catch in traffic. And breaking free is Wyndham. And he dives towards the pylon. Gets it. Touchdown. Wow. How about the effort by Wyndham? the catch in congestion, and then he turns up the sideline and dives to the pylon and scores. Watch this. This was something else right here. There's been some big plays in this game tonight, and this ranks.
And Gilson is going to throw it outside, and it's intercepted. It is picked off, and this could be a house call. And he dives ahead. Justice Tilla.
Over, looks to pass, got plenty of time. Now here comes the pressure. Going to try to get it to Keel and does. Keel keeps his feet. Look at Keel. Weston Keel's going to keep his feet, and he's going to go 10-5. Touchdown. Bearcat.
The Canadian backs got time to throw. It does so. The corner of the end zone. Jump ball. They're going to call a flag on Simmons.
And he caught it.
Did he catch it? They give it to him right here.
A lot of big plays around the country on Toyota's Friday Night Rivals. Here, Kilbourne leads Scioto 14-7 at the half. More of the Bass Hitter halftime show still to come. We welcome you back to the intermission. Dublin Scioto, Worthington Kilbourne, the battle of Hard Road. And it has been a battle in the first half with Kilbourne holding a touchdown advantage over the Scioto Irish. Glad to have you back with us here at the intermission. He's Clay. I'm Marty. I think it fit a rivalry game in that first half, didn't it?
Yeah, really good. I think Worthington Kilbourne just a little bit more offensive firepower to carry the 14-7 lead, and Luke Page came up big for them, as did their quarterback Jackson Sabo.
Let's check some of the highlights of the first half. Both teams went up and down the field to start this game. Kilbourne had the ball first.
Yeah, that's Sabo on the move, looking, finding his guy deep, and he will. He almost found his way to the end zone, but 40-yard hookup, as I recall,
and they had to settle for a field goal.
Oregon, your Cyrus, pair of field goals in the first half. He's got a nice leg, and then here we go, Eden Williams, and that's a spin move you love.
That's Jeff Loganish.
Oh, of course. Yeah, there you go. And they are now deep in Kilbourne territory. And then Mr. Everything, Denzel, makes his way into the end zone. Nevin there, great run there. And their only score of the first half. And then they began to put the clamps on Szabo. Scioto getting after it, and the other field goal.
Both of 29 yards in the first half, but Kilbourne would answer, though.
Yeah, Luke Page was just very productive. 13 carries, 72 yards, almost on his 6-yard per carry average. He also added right here the 2-point conversion, cuts it outside. He's a good-looking running back. He and Eden Williams are both very productive.
There's the first half math in this game as we see the total yards in favor of Worthington Kilbourne, almost by 100 yards. The rushing numbers are important because that was one of our keys to the game play. Scioto would have to control the Worthington Kilbourne run game.
And how often is the turnover margin the key? And Scioto has turned it over twice.
14-7 is the score of the second half, and the 34th Battle of Hard Road is coming up. This is Toyota Friday Night Rivals. The Worthington Kilbourne High School Marching Band put on quite a show earlier tonight. We take a look at their performance. It's sponsored by Music Go Round. Check out their locations at 2630 Bethel Road and inside the Stone Ridge Plaza in Gahanna, the Worthington Kilbourne High School Marching Band. Down to the sidelines now, and Kellyanne Stitz.
Coach plays a one-possession game. Where would you like to see improvement in the second half?
Physicality. Didn't think we brought enough physicality in the first half. That was our message at halftime. Bringing the energy, bringing the physicality in the second half.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Guys.
Kellyanne, thank you. Interesting. Physicality. He didn't feel enough of that in the first half of the game. You saw them practice earlier this week. They were pretty physical in practice, weren't they?
Yeah, a little surprised at that answer, but yeah, you're the home team. You got to bring it. There's no question about that. To get this thing back to even.
Scioto will have the football to start the second half. And again, trailing 14-7. We've referenced the history of this game and how it started and how these two schools have gone at one another. It's interesting because of the fact that they are both in districts with multiple high schools. Of course, in the Dublin School District, there's Jerome and Kaufman, but it has been a while since Scioto has played either one of those schools. And, of course, Kilbourne has their annual Wotown Showdown with Thomas Worthington. We had fun with that a couple of years ago when we were over there for that one.
Oh, yeah. Those kids know each other so well.
They do. But there's just something about this game that the coaches talked about it throughout the week. Alumni come back for this. Seniors will ask alumni, or alumni will ask these seniors, what did you do to beat Kilbourne? What did you do to beat Scioto? It means that much to everybody. And it is, again, one of the longer-running rivalries in Central Ohio. Next week, speaking of rivalries, well, we've got a pretty good one for you. We'll be at DeSales as they host their rival and defending Division III state champion, Bishop Watterson. Pre-game report kicks off at 5 o'clock on ABC6 with Kellyanne Stitz, and then join Jeff Logan, who will be back. And we will be with you on the CW Columbus for the game, which kicks at 7. Looking forward to seeing that one next week, Watterson and DeSales.
Marty, I think it's the proximity in this thing, 2.5 miles apart, and just kind of legendary that I think Vince Trombetti went and found this big hunk of rock, and they gave it a little work on it. And I love the little road, and the scores are put there. And again, it's sitting on the Scioto sideline. Do they know something that we don't know? We shall see. But Kilbourne will have to come fetch it, I guess, if they can hang on.
I think so. Well, if anybody could find a piece of rock, it would be Vince Trombetti. He had a very good career at Worthington Kilbourne, one of the great guys in high school football in our area.
You bet.
The Hard Rock Trophy is in a yellow case underneath the Scioto side of the field, under the water jugs.
What is this, the Egg Bowl? That game got so contentious, they just put the egg in the locker room so nobody would, they were through, tired of the fighting, and just go in there and fetch it, whoever wins.
Ole Miss and Mississippi State play that game annually. Is it Thanksgiving night or the day after Thanksgiving?
It's moved from Thursday, Friday to Saturday, and back to, I think this year it's Black Friday. So it's a day game, I believe.
But it's so good to see rivalries like this continue in an era where we lose a lot of rivalries for various and sundry reasons at various and sundry levels. Second half is underway, and Scioto with the football on the return. And this is Isaiah Rush trying to find a little running room, but just gets to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, let's see if the Irish bring the physicality here.
And you think
they've had a nice run
game?
Yeah,
they have.
Right?
I'm just going to say, Clay, I think a lot of that you're going to get physical. Let's start running the football.
Exactly. Good Midwest Big Ten football here, OCC style.
Grady McMillan, the junior quarterback, leads the Irish offense onto the field. Nevin Denzel scored their touchdown when he came on to go out of the Wildcat formation, and right away they will run the football. Looking for running room is Williams, and he is tripped up in the backfield. Great job of finding the gap and blasting through it by middle linebacker Brendan Rhodes, 5'11", 185-pound junior. Nice tackle there.
Yeah, that would have been certainly better than the loss of one. Williams looked like he had a head of. There you go, 9 carries, 66. Better than 7 yards a carry if my multiplication still holds up. Facing 2nd and 11.
Kilbourne allows 151 yards a game on the ground. They'll put a man in motion and toss to Wayne Moore coming from the other side of the field. He's got a gap, and he's on the go to the 40, to the midfield stripe. A flag is down. This may be coming back. Moore's to the 30, to the 20-yard line, to the 15, and is finally tripped down at the 11-yard line, but this one might be coming back.
Yep, apparently so. It does look like preliminary signal a hold. It looks like
that wipes out a 75-yard gain by Wayne Moore. Penalty flag was thrown at the 29-yard line. So since it is a spot foul, it's still good enough for a first. Well, let's see where they mark it at here.
We got holding. Offense, number 14. 10 yards lost from the spot of the foul. Repeat first down.
So they'll repeat first down. It will be a second down call upcoming here. Ball moved back to the 19-yard line.
Look at Moore running away from Kilbourne defenders. Nice juke there to the outside.
It'll be a second down and 6 call. And this is Eden Williams with the carry. Slashing his way out across the 20-yard line before he is brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Mason Cost, a 5'10", 170-pound defensive end with 19.5 tackles this year. That was one of the things that Michael Edwards, the Kilbourne head coach, talked about. Our defense might be a bit undersized, but, man, they make plays. They get after you.
Eden Williams sort of shaking his head there after that tackle.
Third down and 2. They'll give it to Williams again, and he gets the first down, but another flag comes sailing in. We'll check the penalty flag, brought to you by the U.S. Army. Uncover your potential in the U.S. Army. Another holding call. We've seen a truckload of those in this game tonight.
I would venture close to a dozen, perhaps.
I don't know if that's the definition of a truckload, but it fits.
The holding. Offense, number 71. Offense. They lost 10 yards from the previous spot. Third down.
Williams had some room and made a nice cut there to get into the hole, but again, it's all for naught, so that'll bring up a third down and 13 call for Scioto. We are almost 2 minutes into half number 2 with Kilbourne up 14-7. Williams out across the 30-yard line, close to the first down, and he might have picked it up.
First down.
He did. He got it out to the 32-yard line. How about that run by Eden Williams? Again, found a gap to the left side of that strong Scioto offensive line, and watch him shoot through it there, Clay.
Yeah, quick. Really quick. Yeah, that's huge. On 3rd and 13, big pickup.
Kilbourne linebacker Brendan Rhodes in on the tackle. And the play will carry to the 29-yard line. This first down of this second half is sponsored by Brakes for Less. Play carry to the 29-yard line.
Marty Williams is certainly getting his share of totes tonight. 13 carries, 55 yards. Excuse me, for the Irish. Now facing 2nd and 7.
They've got a pretty good duo back there with Williams and Dom Clardy, who was highly regarded preseason. He was listed as one of the top sophomores in Central Ohio, Dom Clardy. This is Williams again. And as we mentioned at the start of the half, when Alex Place told Kellyanne Stitz, we need to be more physical here in the second half. Well, they're backing that up by just simply pushing the football up the field via the run right now.
Yeah, Williams gets a blow here.
Play carried out to the 33-yard line. That will bring up a third down and 3 call. Other thing this is doing is eating up a lot of second half clock and keeping the Kilbourne offense watching the game right now. Clardy on the carry. 30-yard line. Another first down for the Irish, and he is pushed out of bounds in front of his own bench to the near side. Griffin Miller, the junior corner, comes up. It's another first down gain of 10 out to the 43.
Marty, are the Irish imposing their will right here?
Sure feels that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, they are surging in the run game.
Average 186 per game do the Irish on the ground coming into tonight's Capital Division tilt. Touch pass to Wayne Moore, and he tries to reverse his field right at the midfield logo, and is dropped at the 46, a pickup of 3. Last week against Westerville South, Scioto outgained the Wildcats 182-25 in the first half, and again held a 15-point lead at the intermission. Wow! But Westerville South found another gear in the second half and roared back for the win. And I'm sure that's something that wasn't lost on Alex Place and his coaching staff this week as well, too, when you talk about trying to be physical. Clardy on the carry. And will manage to be pushed into Kilbourne territory after he had turned his back. And he just backpedaled and was pushed and shoved and helped into Kilbourne territory. Austin Todd came up to help out on the stop. There were a number of guys wearing white trying to pull down the sophomore running back.
You got to love 3rd and 1 if you're rooting for the green tonight.
Ball just across the midfield stripe. Both these teams 3-1. The loss last week put Scioto 0-1 in the Capital Division. Denzel into the game at the running back spot, and our do-it-all guy does it right there for Alex Place, and the Irish picks up a first down. 46-yard line, picked up a couple, but enough for the first down. 15 years as defensive coordinator, taking the job a couple of seasons ago. Ohio State grad in his 3rd year, guiding the fortunes of Dublin Scioto. First down and 10 at the 46 for Kilbourne. McMillan with a flag down, goes far side. This pass is incomplete. That first down again, a breaks for less first down here in the second half. So the 5-yard penalty will push the football back
illegal
into
formation. Offense, loss of 5 yards. First down.
Thank you, Mr. Coleflesh. Sounded a little frustrated, didn't he? Back to the 49-yard line.
Well, if he got paid by the call, he'd be smiling. Maybe his arms are getting a little tired. I don't know.
1st and 15. Ball for Scioto back to their side of the midfield stripe. This is Clardy with the ball tucked on his left side. He has a little running group across the 40-yard line. And got close to the marker again. They lose 5, pick up 9, lose 10, pick up 14.
They are finding running room at the left side of their offensive line.
It was a good job there, Clay, by Titus Capo, the right guard, of pulling on that play.
No doubt. And Clardy's not going down.
And again, another 2nd and short play call coming up here. They've had a number of 3rd and 1s in this game. This is the 2nd and 2 at the 38. Clardy got 8. Again, they'll bunch the formation tight. McMillan keeps the football. Almost lost the football on the play fake to Clardy. So a 3rd down and 1 coming up. Thanks to Kroger Great Lakes Distribution Center. Tonight's game is streaming live on the ABC6 YouTube channel, the ABC6 Facebook page, the ABC6 News app, and on the CWColumbus.com. There is no reason for you to say you can't see this game tonight. We have you completely covered everywhere. One of Clay's favorite plays, a 3rd down and 1 coming up here for Scioto. Denzel, first down and more. There he goes. To the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and is dropped inside the 10-yard line. That play also puts the Scioto Irish in the Valley Ford of Columbus red zone. Valley Ford of Columbus, where great deals meet even greater service. Nevin Denzel, he's our do-it-all guy, and he has done it all tonight.
Well, he found some daylight there, and they are certainly knocking on the door here at 1st and goal at the with the 6-yard line.
Gain of 32 for Devin Denzel. And we have a timeout. We have a Kilbourne player shaken up. Clock is stopped at the 5:40 mark. $14-7 is the score. Kilbourne leads Scioto. Break in the action here at Scioto on Toyota's Friday Night Rivals.
This new Toyota Tundra is amazing. It's rugged and capable.
Designed, engineered, and assembled right here in the USA.
And Tundra is more powerful and more fuel efficient.
The iForce Max hybrid powertrain delivers 437 horsepower.
And with the multi-terrain select, no matter what the conditions are, it automatically adjusts the engine throttle and traction.
Get $3,000 customer cash on a new 25 Tundra or 1.75 APR financing. Or lease a Tundra for $409 a month.
Toyota, let's go places.
With some assistance, the injured Kilbourne player helped off the field. It will be a 1st and goal upcoming for Dublin Scioto. The ball at the Kilbourne 6-yard line. Check it, 7-yard line is where the ball officially will be spotted. And again, the Irish have had the ball this entire second half.
And look who's in the Wildcat.
Denzel back in at quarterback again out of that Wildcat formation. They'll put 3 wides and put Eden Williams in motion. Play fake to Williams. Denzel keeps the football. Was able to spin initially past Mason Cost, who got inside, but slowed down Denzel enough to allow help to arrive.
Marty, on this drive, Scioto 4 for 4 on 3rd down. It's been an 11-play march over 6 minutes and 13 seconds. Thank you.
Very, very impressive to start this second half out of Alex Place's football team. Challenge made, challenge accepted, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I would say they got the message.
Denzel stays in the game at quarterback. Williams off to his right. Denzel will keep the football and lowers his shoulder and gets close to the goal line, does not get in.
Oh, my.
The ball popped free, and Kilbourne has it. Second time in the game that Scioto has coughed the football up in Kilbourne territory, and they do it again, and the Wolves come away with a football.
Wow, to lose it right there on the doorstep. About the 1-yard line. As Denzel pulls it, goes over the top of a Kilbourne defender, and the ball popped out, along with a couple of flags.
As he was going down, trying to reach the ball out, coming in, and getting a right hand on that one was Owen Sheridan, the nose guard, who reached out and punched that football out of the right hand of Denzel. Huge turn of events with Scioto on the move. They were pushing Kilbourne down the field. Had a 2nd and goal situation. They coughed the football up. Kilbourne gets the football in the shadow of their own end zone. Hand off to Luke Page. Line of scrimmage, the 3. And Page is stacked up. Paul Salters, free safety, 5'9", 160-pound junior, one of the first green shirts to get there. Everything that Alex Place wanted his team to do to start the second half, Clay, on that drive worked until the fumble.
Wow, it's almost a 7-minute drive goes for naught with the turnover. Now that's 3 for the night for Dublin Scioto.
Zabo falls across the 5-yard line and gets out to the 6. There is a penalty flag down. There's an illegal block called on the offense. This penalty brought to you by, let's look at the penalty brought to you by the U.S. Army.
Shot block, offense, number 54 and 56. Half the distance.
And speaking of the Army, we go down to the sidelines and Kellyanne Stitz.
Yeah. Now, speaking of our special guest, we are joined by Sergeant James Jernigan, who has served 12 years in the Army. First and foremost, thank you for your service. Why did you decide to join the Army?
I joined the Army for all the college benefits and the travel benefits.
What have you enjoyed most about your experience so far?
My favorite part about being in the Army is all the cultures coming together, and you just get a melting pot from everywhere around the world.
For those interested in joining, where can they find information?
You can go to goarmy.com and find information over there, or come see us on Sawmill Road.
Sergeant Jernigan, again, thank you for your service and thank you for your time tonight.
Thank you.
guys.
Kellyanne, thank you very much. Scioto declined the penalty, which made it 3rd down. Page with the football, and he is shoved back. So 4th down upcoming. And the Irish figure to get the football in pretty good field position here. One of the reasons that I'm sure Alex Place declined the penalty.
Yeah, Luke Page. No place to go there. Gang tackling Scioto defense. Forces a 4th and 7.
Ethan Eccles with the strong tackle right there, the 6'1", 230-pound junior. So standing back almost to the end line. The snap bounces back to Andrew Nielsen, and a good kick that will angle to the far side. Take a good roll for Kilbourne into Scioto territory. Picked up on a couple of bounces by Wayne Moore, trying to find some running room. Moore across the midfield stripe, and is brought down. Good return by Wayne Moore. 2:59 to go, quarter number 3. Scioto gets the football back, trailing Kilbourne 14-7 on Toyota's Friday Night Rivals. During the 4th quarter of this evening's game, we will be highlighting the school bus stop of the game. The law in every state requires drivers to always stop for a school bus when the stop arm is out and the red lights are flashing. We've had a number of big stops in this game that will qualify for our school bus stop of the game, and we'll tell you about that again coming up in quarter number 4. We have a injured Scioto player. Looks like it might be a cramping type situation here. Again, a very hot, humid night. Dave Holmes, Beanie Wells, and Cardale Jones are your hosts for The Script. It's a new podcast that covers Ohio State's story with big opinions and real talk from real Buckeyes. New episodes every week. The Script, available now wherever you get your podcasts. Wayne Moore is up and being helped off the field right now.
Wow, he's been very active tonight. That's a big loss if this is it for him for the evening.
Athletic training staff giving him needed assistance off the field. And with 2:59 to go here in this 3rd quarter, the Scioto offense will have the football. 1st down and 10 after the good punt return by Moore. Ball's at the Kilbourne 48-yard line. Handoff goes Eden Williams. And is shoved down inbounds. Right about the 45-yard line. Short gain for Eden Williams. Scioto 1-9 last year. Kilbourne was 5-8. And Kilbourne is a very interesting story last year in the postseason. They were the number 15 seed in the opening round of the playoffs. They went and played at number 2 Columbus Walnut Ridge, unbeaten Columbus Walnut Ridge, and beat the Scots 29-26, and then lost to the 7th seed Taze Valley 10-7. Here's McMillan to throw, far side. A nice catch by Brooks Marple. Tries to turn up field, and not much going on in that play. Again, line of scrimmage was the 44-yard line, and Marple might have got a yard. I asked Mike Edwards earlier in the week, the Kilbourne head coach, how much that postseason success helped this young team. And he said, Marty, I'll tell you, it helped us a lot. Those were big wins, especially when really no one gave us a chance against an unbeaten Walnut Ridge team to beat them on their home field, get an extra game, get a lot of extra snaps with these young players. Made a world of difference. Williams to the right side is wrestled down for a loss back to the 44-yard line. Braylon Harper, who's had a nice game at that jack position, that hybrid linebacker defensive end spot for the Kilbourne defense with the tackle.
It's too early to be, are they flirting with
4th and 6? Well, we'll see here. Now, Grady McMillan does punt as well. Denzel has also done some punting for them. And maybe we will see a quick kick here because, again, McMillan does punt. He averages 28 yards a kick. It's 4th and 6. The ball at the Kilbourne 44. They're trying to get him. Even if they jump, it doesn't matter because it would be a 5-yard penalty. And now a timeout is called. What it would do, though, if they were able to do that, would give them a 4th and 1, but that's it.
Scioto, it's their first timeout.
Scioto will burn a timeout with just under a minute gone here in the half. This timeout brought to you by the Ohio State Highway Patrol.
Well, Kilbourne certainly more known for its high-powered offense, but the D is hanging tough here in the second half. Gave up a long drive, but got the turnover on the goal line, and now Scioto face 4th and 6 at their at the Wolves' 44-yard line.
Mentioning the history of these two programs, the Scioto State Championship in '95. Kilbourne's been in the playoffs 13 times in their football history. State semis a couple of times, 1999 rather, and 2004. Scioto 13 times into the postseason. State semis 2 times. And McMillan will throw on 4th down and 6 down the far sideline. And did he catch that football? Laying out and unable to come away with it. A heck of an effort down that far sideline. Almost a whale of a grab by Isaiah Jones. He laid out for that ball at about the 10-yard line and just could not pull it in. Watch this great attempt here.
Wow. They fooled me.
Wow.
I did not think they would go there. But Coach Place said, hey, physicality, we're going for it. And a turnover on downs.
Montrell Rice was on coverage for Kilbourne. That was a heck of an effort there by Isaiah Jones. He almost hauled that football in. Kilbourne with the football, 1st down and 10. 48 seconds left in the quarter. They're at their own 44-yard line. They'll put Benjamin in motion. Option. Zabo to the far side and gets into Scioto territory, then gets shoved backwards. It's week number 5 of the high school football season, and you'll have a chance to get caught up with what's happening with your favorite high school team. Watch FNR Scores on Fox 28 tonight. It comes your way right after our broadcast. It's sponsored by D.R. Horton. D.R. Horton is, of course, Clay Hall, America's builder.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, Zabo there going to the short side on the option keep. Gain 7.
2nd down and 3. 5'10", 180-pound sophomore. Last year had 163 yards passing in the win over Scioto. They'll flare it far side. Alex Meek with the catch. And enough for the 1st down to the Scioto 45-yard line. Zabo against district rival Thomas Worthington earlier this year. 274 yards passing, a couple of touchdowns. In their loss to Canal Winchester, he was 20 of 40 for 259 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Clay referenced earlier his 294 last week against Westland. So he can sling it. 1st and 10 at the 44. He's back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Looking downfield. Still looking now. And finally will deliver upfield. The ball is almost and is intercepted. It's taken away. Going down low to scoop that throw, which was going low, coming over for the Irish defense. A big play over there. That was the defensive end, Ethan Eccles, who was downfield on coverage.
Zabo was 11 of 14 for 139 yards before that mistake there.
I'm sorry, that was 14, not 44. That was Grant Sauer, who was into the defensive back spot. Regardless of who was back there, was a heck of a play. And Grant Sauer goes low to come away with the interception. And as we go to the fourth quarter, a turnover gives the ball back to Dublin Scioto. They trail Worthington Kilbourne 14-7, going to quarter 4 on Toyota's Friday Night Rivals. We welcome you back to Dublin Scioto High School, along with Clay Hall and Kellyanne Stitz. Our stat man, Jason Van Hoos. I'm Marty Bannister. 14-7. Worthington Kilbourne leads Dublin Scioto. Grant Sauer, though, with a huge play towards the end of the quarter to give the ball back to the Scioto Irish, and they try to strike big right away, but McMillan's first play of quarter number 4 is an incomplete pass as he tried to sail the ball downfield, trying to go to Grant Sauer, who just picked off that pass, trying to get the football right back in his hands. And now to bring up a second down at 10.
Yeah, throwing caution to the wind right there. Just overthrew him by a couple 3 yards.
McMillan entered the night 13 of 30 for 132 yards, a couple of touchdowns and 4 interceptions. They'll hand the football off. This is Eden Williams as he comes out across the 30-yard line. Kilbourne to the 33 on the carry, a pickup of 5. He's been the workhorse tonight, Eden Williams, in that Scioto backfield. They have a Kilbourne player perhaps dealing with a cramp right here. Down on the field, that's Brendan Rhodes. Again, on a very hot, humid night, that's not all that surprising. We're seeing some players deal with that. With a stop in the action, we'll take a sneak peek at the Dublin Scioto High School Marching Band. And this look is sponsored by Music Go Around. Check out their locations at 2630 Bethel Road and inside the Stone Ridge Plaza in Gahanna. They put on a heck of a show at the intermission for the home crowd tonight. The Scioto High School Marching Band. (14-7) Kilbourne leads Dublin Scioto. Let's say hello once again to Kellyanne Stitz.
Guys, I wanted to take a moment to highlight the work that the Worthington Kilbourne football team is doing in their community. Coach Edwards started a program called Football Fridays this year. It's where his players spend their free period spending time with the daily living skills students at Worthington Kilbourne, a special education program. Coach Edwards said so far it's been a big success. He's noticed that the daily living skills students light up when the players visit, and they're the most engaged during Football Fridays. It's a win overall for everyone there.
They're down and 5 for Scioto. McMillan rolling to throw and just has to dump the football away. And with pressure on him, that will force up a fourth down coming for the Scioto Irish. And Kellyanne, that's a great story you brought up, because one of the things that Michael Edwards, the head coach at Kilbourne, talked about when I was asking him about Jackson Szabo, he said, we have students in our school who come up to him and want his autograph. They love being around him. And that just shows you the relationship, that program they do at Kilbourne, and how it keeps the student athletes and the student body together at that school.
Marty, they say he could walk down the hall and they start yelling, Jackson Szabo. I mean, he's a little bit of a folk hero so far.
Good punt, or good job on the punt, rather, fielding it by Austin Todd, who had to kind of angle and go down to a knee. We're in the fourth quarter of the Battle of Hard Road. Kilbourne still holding a touchdown lead on Scioto on Toyota's Friday night rivals.
Toyota Tacoma has been the #1 selling truck in its class for the past 20 years. You want to know how they stay #1?
You give Tacoma a more advanced powertrain. This hybrid iForce Max delivers 326 horsepower.
Tacoma's off-road capabilities are better than ever. And you've got an available 14-inch touchscreen.
Now you can get 2.99 APR financing on a new 25 Tacoma, or lease a Tacoma from just $269 a month.
Toyota, let's go places.
Luke Page starts this possession for Worthington Kilbourne by trying to stretch the field and turn the edge far side. Line of scrimmage, the 31-yard line, and he was able to get out across to the 36-yard line.
Marty, Luke Page has really been the difference in this ball game in many ways. Very productive, 16 totes, 77 yards, the touchdown, and the two-point conversion.
Picked up 5 on that carry. Second down and 5 upcoming. Two wides to the bottom of your screen. And Szabo will throw, and the pass is low. And is this a lateral? The Scioto crowd got very excited for a second. The ball was intended for Grayson Benjamin. Watch here. You be the judge of this.
Ooh. On a line, maybe?
Yeah, he had to turn for that football. It goes as an incompletion. Third down and 9. There's Szabo's resume tonight. 139 yards passing and looking for more as he dances back into the pocket. He'll fire a seed to the far side that's tipped and falls incomplete. And the Scioto defense gets a 3 and out, and they will get the football back.
Suddenly turned into a punting contest here. Late third, early fourth.
Pass was intended for Cheyenne Jamshidi. That ball had a lot of steam on it there.
It did.
Here's Andrew Nielsen to punt the football away.
Coach Edwards talking him through that one.
Left footer gets it away. Good punt. And this will be bobbled and then picked up. As Scioto, they've been using Wayne Moore back there. But back that time to field the punt for the Irish was Brooks Marple. The Cotter House of Worthington is proud to support Friday Night Rivals on the CW Columbus. The Cotter House of Worthington, reimagining dementia care. Learn more or schedule a tour by calling 614-896-8700 or visit CotterHouseWorthington.com. Scioto with the football, 9:42 to go, down 14-7. All the points in this game coming in the first half. A classic exteriors first down, and it's a pass to Grant Sauer, and he has an interception tonight in the game, a reception there, and he plows his way out to the midfield stripe, pick up a 14 for number 14 and a first down.
Yeah, I think the Scioto crowd really kind of willing, hopefully, Grady McMillan into perhaps game-tying drive here. Nice play there. Jack McKee has really been his mentor, his tutor, while McGee was out with a broken leg. He's hoping to be back before we reach the postseason. Scioto on the move here.
Clardy on the carry. And gets to the Kilbourne 46-yard line to pick up a 4 for Dom Clardy. Both these teams reside in Division II of the OHSAA and in Region 7. As mentioned, in the past, they have met twice in a season on 2 occasions in the OHSAA postseason. McMillan lofts one intended for Isaiah Rush. Unable to connect. And that'll stop the clock on the incompletion. 8:41 to go in the game, and suddenly a 3rd down and 6 upcoming for the Scioto Irish. Had a lot of people ask as we cover our high school football here on the CW, who's the best team in Central Ohio? We saw that Upper Arlington score at the half, and I think Justin Buttermore's got himself a pretty fair football team. That Olentangy Orange squad's a pretty good one, too, with Levi Davis at quarterback. I'm sure a lot of folks will say Watterson's the best team in the area. McMillan to throw, and the pass is caught again by Sauer, who tries to turn upfield and does. He managed to spin out of a tackle attempt of Griffin Miller and fall ahead to the 40. Looks good enough for the first down. It'll depend on the spot. Clutch play there. They haven't moved the change yet. And they do now. It is a first down. So, big catches by Grant Sauer on this drive. Clay, it's a classic exteriors first down.
Yeah, 2nd and 3rd effort there. He got it, the nose over the line to gain. And the Irish with under 8.5 to go.
Looking forward to seeing that Watterson team next week. Saw them last year up in Canton when they won the state championship. They got a plethora of talent coming back. A young man named Day at quarterback. I think a lot of Ohio State fans recognize that last name. Before the delay of game, a timeout is called.
A timeout.
Clock is stopped with 8:01 to go in the game. And again, a touchdown advantage for Kilbourne. It is a bye week for the aforementioned Buckeyes and for the Fever. The football Fever will return next Saturday as the Buckeyes prepare for their first road game of the season at Washington. The football Fever next Saturday at 11 o'clock only on ABC6. There she is, Kellyanne Stitz. She's a part of that. She's a part of our broadcast. She's a part of ABC6 Columbus, Fox 28. I mean, it's hard to turn the TV on and not see Kellyanne Stitz.
That's right.
Which I'm sure she doesn't mind at all.
No.
I don't think that bothers her in any way, shape, or form.
Very accomplished reporter. You mentioned Day, Ryan Day's son, RJ. Day is he's accumulating some offers.
I think so.
I have said to Ryan on at least 2 or 3 occasions, are you offering your son? We'll wait and see.
McMillan trying to roll out of pressure and just heaves this one out of bounds.
Would that be Day against Belisari?
Yeah, I think it would be next week. Yeah, it's going to be fun to see that game. You see the frustration on the Scioto coaches as they've just been unable to cash in on opportunities. Had the ball for almost a little over 7 minutes in the first half, or in the first portion of the second half. Came up empty with a fumble inside the 5. They have the ball at the 40 of Kilbourne. Williams with the carry. Moves through the hole, but there's a penalty flag down. This is likely coming back. Another flag on the play. Let's look at it, brought to you by the U.S. Army. Uncover your potential in the U.S. Army.
Has to be frustrating after a real nice look like first down gain there.
Got holding. Offense, number 53. 10 yards from the previous spot. The third first down.
Well, the way this game started out, with both teams just moving up and down the field almost at will, it has settled down into, as you mentioned a little while ago, Clay, just a good old-fashioned OCC slugfest.
That's right.
Ball's back to the midfield tribe at the 2nd and 20. Scioto with a football. And some running room for Eden Williams as he's just bruising his way ahead. His defenders were hanging on for dear life as he just plowed his way ahead. Andrew Bamer and Braylon Harper, numbers 8 and 9, were hanging on there, and Eden Williams with the nice run.
Yeah, he's been very productive, very busy too. Look at that, 18 carries, over 100.
94 yards in the loss to Westerville South last week. Clock rolling towards the 7-minute mark. Still a 14-7 lead for Kilbourne. McMillan, far side, back into the game is Wayne Moore. And to the 35, inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Good to see him back into the game.
No doubt, really good sign for them. He's been busy doing a number of things tonight.
So once again, Scioto facing a 4th down. The ball's at the Kilbourne 34-yard line. It's 4th and 4 with the clock rolling to the 6:25 mark. So another big play in this game coming up here. McMillan will throw. Near side, pass is caught and getting the first down and then being thrown out of bounds. That was Brooks Marple with the catch for Scioto. Ran out of bounds by Joseph Adrian, the Sam linebacker, the strong side linebacker, but it is good enough for a first down. They got it to one of their big play guys, Brooks Marple with the catch and the first down. Ball moved to the 23-yard line.
Great execution there.
Gain of 11, that throw to the flat. Marple did the rest. McMillan towards the end zone now, and a jump ball in the end zone, and Isaiah Jones, did he haul that one down? Coming out of the pack with the football is Griffin Miller, but a touchdown is signaled. Isaiah Jones and Griffin Miller will dueling for that pigskin in the end zone, and it is ruled a touchdown. If it stands, and I think it will, we are a point away from being tied. Watch it here.
Yeah, Griffin Miller came away with the ball later and thought, wow.
The angle there.
It's hard to decipher, but look at Griffin Miller like, I've got it. Interesting.
It looked like Jones came down on his back with the football.
Dead ball. Illegal substitution at 12 in the formation on defense. That's been declined.
But as the two players got up and separated, Griffin Miller had the football. There goes Jones down to the field and sliding out of bounds. And there you see Miller come out of the pack with the football.
Yeah.
Gets a touchdown.
I guess he completed the catch.
Riley Fritchie on to tie the game. Snap, good hold, good. The kick by the former soccer player is up and good. And we are tied. The Battle of Hard Road with 6:05 to go in the game is level at 14. This is Toyota Friday Night Rivals, brought to you by D.R. Horton. Tie game 14-14. Isaiah Jones came down in the end zone with the football. Rolled a catch and a touchdown. And the extra point attempt levels us at 14. Kilbourne will get the football back. There have been a number of close games in this long-running rivalry. This kick will go into the end zone, and Kilbourne will have the football here to start this series with 6:05 to go. Plenty of time for Jackson Zabo and this Kilbourne offense. Ball will come out to the 20. Good numbers by Jackson Zabo, but a goose egg in the touchdown category. Came into this game with 24 career touchdown passes. Kilbourne with the football. Luke Page, the handoff. Out across the 25.
Sure looked like he was stopped there. Got 5 or 6 out of it. 5.
Say his knee was at the 25, so call it a gain of 5. Under 6 to go in this game. Now tied at 14. The touchdown strike to Isaiah Jones has leveled us up. Pistol formation. Zabo, Page. Runs out of one tackle attempt, out of another to the near side. He's got some room. Near side sideline. Scioto territory, 40, 35, and it's shoved out of bounds by Brooks Marple, the strong safety. But he rumbles for a Kilbourne first down as he gets to the Scioto 33-yard line, a gain of 42.
Luke Page has added the stiff arm to his repertoire here as he breaks free, cuts it near side, and pounds the defender to the turf, and he's off to the races. Huge play. 131 for Page now on the night.
They'll put 4 wides on the field, 2 on either side of the sophomore quarterback. Luke Page, the 42-yard gallop and a first down. First down sponsored by Classic Exteriors. Page again. And gets to the 29-yard line and is bent backwards.
Quality sportsmanship there.
Seen that throughout the night out of both of these teams. Ball to the 29, a gain of 4. Clock rolling to the 5-minute mark of this fourth quarter. Zabo again out of the pistol. It's Page again, who has been the story tonight on offense for Kilbourne. Gets to the 24-yard line as the clock continues to roll. Still a lot of time to go. We approach the 4.5-minute mark. Remember, Erkin Osiris has booted a couple of field goals tonight, but of modest distance, 29 yards each. Page is, again, the running back. They've been the tag team duo there in the backfield tonight, Zabo and Page. No one else has rushed the football for Kilbourne. And when you can do what Page has been doing with the football, you can understand why. Brought down there after a short gain. Paul Salters, the free safety, coming up to lend assistance on the run stop. Play carried to the 24-yard line, back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain. So now it's a 4th and 1. With the clock rolling, 3:45 to go. 2 wides on the far side of the field. Page behind Zabo. It's Page, first down and more. 20-yard line, and is angled out of bounds after he got past Wayne Moore. And it's a first down for Worthington Kilbourne, sponsored by Classic Exteriors. Not only that, but they have moved the ball into the Dublin Scioto red zone, the Valley Ford of Columbus red zone to be more precise. Valley Ford of Columbus, where great deals mean even greater service.
Marty, that's Luke Page's 23rd carry tonight. He is 3 yards shy of 150 as the Wolves are 1st and 10.
Another carry here from the 15 for Page. Page able to shove his way to the Kilbourne 11-yard line, so a gain of 4. I would think if you're Kilbourne, you want to take up as much time as you can on this drive, Clay, and not allow Scioto to have much time when they get the football back if you put it in the end zone.
No doubt. They are I would think keep it on the ground here.
Benjamin and Jamshidi are the wides to the far side. Alex Meek to the near side. Bobbled the snap to Zabo. The ball's loose in the field, and Scioto has come away with it. They had that issue in the first half. Numerous botched snaps. The ball is on the field, and Scioto has it.
Zabo lost the handle there.
In the middle of that, the big man coming away with the fumble recovery for the Irish, Jacob Thomas, the 5'11", 250-pound lineman who we thought we would see tonight. He's been battling an injury, but he steps up tonight and makes an enormous play, coming away with the fumble. And again, one of these teams coughs the football up in the red zone.
Wow.
So with still time to go, 2:51, Scioto has the football back.
That turnover margin is now much closer than it was. 3 for Scioto, 2 for Kilbourne.
Ball's at their own 14-yard line. McMillan will hand off, and here's Williams. And he looked for a moment as if he was going to scoot through the hole and start running away from people. But he was knocked down as he got through the hole. Coming over quickly was nose tackle Owen Sheridan. Line of scrimmage was the 14. It's a gain of a half dozen. As we roll under 2.5 to go in the game. And again, we're tied at 14. Williams surveying with the football, now finds a hole, accelerates through it. And got the first down out to the 26, a pickup of a half dozen, so 2 6-yard gains. Is there a flag down? There is, so that wipes out the 6-yard gain. And the first down, perhaps more importantly. And stops the clock with 2:11 left in the game.
Got holding. Offense, number 53. A 10-yard loss. Repeat second down.
.211 left, Marty, in regulation.
Now 2 minutes left in regulation. And Scioto backed up to their own, deep in their own zone at the 11. So a touch toss to Wayne Moore coming near side, 20-yard line. And still on the go, 30, 35, runs out of a tackle attempt, 40, and is still fighting ahead for yards. How about the second and third and fourth effort by Wayne Moore to pick up a first down from the 11-yard line? He gets 33 yards out to the 44-yard line.
Wow, what a run by Moore.
We got an injury timeout.
Finds a hole, breaks 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe the fifth man. He almost ran out of that tackle as he neared midfield. He's come back with a flurry.
Timeout at a Kilbourne player is shaken up. Clock is stopped with 1:43 to go. The ball's out to the 44-yard line of Scioto. And again, we start thinking about potential field goals. They got a little ways to go to get there for that yet. A big night by that man, number 1, Wayne Moore. Classic Exteriors first down and a big one here in the fourth quarter. Eden Williams with the carry. Is shouldered out of bounds. Good job over there by Creed Gators, the weak side safety. Just came up and just said, no, you're not going any further. Just shoved him out of bounds.
I would say Wayne Moore is exemplifying the art of physicality and what his coach wanted. Coach Place mentioned to Kellyanne Stitz.
Clock is still rolling. Clay, he didn't go out of bounds on that. Sure looked like he did.
I thought he did.
We approach a minute to go in the game. Second down and 8. McMillan. Time to throw. We'll just loft this one ahead. There was nobody open to throw the football to. And a late hit is coming up here.
Oh, my.
Nathan Rompler was chasing Grady McMillan. And a roughing the passer call on 2nd and 8 will move the football into Kilbourne territory. Watch at the end of the play here, number 44 in white.
Got personal foul. Roughing the passer on defense. 50 yards.
That moves the football all the way to the Kilbourne 39-yard line.
You want it on the snap?
That was more like a slight shove. And Grady McMillan went down. He played his part.
So the officials picking up their laundry. And how has that changed the dynamics of this game with 1:01 left? I would gather Scioto needs another 10, 15 yards to get in Riley Fritchie's range. Too wide to the far side. They'll hand the ball to Eden Williams. He's grabbed by the shirt. What a job back there by Rompler, who makes up for the personal foul with a great tackle right there. Just reached out and grabbed Eden Williams by the shirt and pulled him backwards.
Yeah, keep in mind, Riley Fritchie made a 38-yarder.
Got timeout.
Prior.
That play lost 3 back to the 42. But we're nowhere near field goal range here with the timeout, and the clock stopped with 53 seconds left. This timeout on the field is sponsored by the Ohio State Highway Patrol. There it is, the orb. That's just one of the 2 trophies that will be handed out when this one finally ends tonight. The Hard Road Trophy and the orb will go to the winning team tonight. So we put the orb out so everybody can see it. They keep the Hard Road Trophy encased in a yellow case where no one can see it. There it is right there. There's your Hard Road Trophy. Rumor has it it's in the box. 2nd and 13. Scioto in a tie game with the football at the Kilbourne 42-yard line. McMillan will throw near side, and the pass is off the hands of Wayne Moore in front of his bench. That stops the clock with 51 seconds left and brings up a 3rd and 13.
Kilbourne just shot the gap right there and forced that throw maybe a little before Grady McMillan wanted to let it loose, and Wayne Moore could not. 52, yes indeed. Owen Sheridan getting it done on the rush.
They fire the pass far side, and inside the 35-yard line with the catch and run was Brooks Marple to the 33-yard line. Scioto, before that play, had a timeout left.
Worthington.
And Kilbourne will stop the clock. Marple made the catch and then just used the hash marks to gallop up the far side. So again, we are tied at 14 with 43 seconds left.
Marty, that's a 50-yard field goal if Scioto elects to go that route.
Riley Fritchie, a 38-yard field goal this year. But again, this is 4th down, so we'll see what kind of trickeration Alex Place and his staff have up their sleeves here, or if they play it safe and just try to grind it out here. McMillan will go back to throw. He'll fire to the near side. The pass is dropped. Laying out for it, trying to haul it in. A great effort over there by Brooks Marple. There was coverage. Austin Todd. He's had a big game tonight. Special teams and defense for Kilbourne. And over there just enough to bother Marple. Absolutely. Just could not hang on to it. So that is a change of possession with 39 seconds left in regulation, tied at 14. Kilbourne gets the football back. Szabo to throw, far side, and the pass is caught, but inbounds on the far side. Good grab over there by Jamshidi. Clock continues to spin with 30 seconds left. Kilbourne has one timeout left. Szabo again back to throw. Flushed, looking, and the pass was batted away and will fall harmlessly incomplete. Over there for Scioto getting a hand on that pass. Looked like that might have been Jack Fair-McKee, a 6'2 senior, in on defense. So that brings up a second down and 10 with 22 seconds left. Szabo will sprint, look, throw upfield, and the pass is caught. And then stepping out of bounds at the 40 of Scioto is Alex Meek. Stopping the clock with 17 seconds left. It's good enough for a first down. The ball moved to the Scioto 41-yard line. Good throw by Szabo with people around him, Clay.
Great catch, too, and now you're starting to warm up Erkin Osiris.
3 wide to the far side. Szabo will roll. Still rolling with the football, and we'll just throw this one away. Stopping the clock with 10 seconds left. So 10 seconds left. Kilbourne has one timeout left. They're at the Scioto 41-yard line. Page joins Szabo in the backfield. He'll go back to throw. Looks to the near side. The pass is incomplete. Laying out for it to the near side, unable to haul it in, was Alex Meek. That stops the clock with 6 seconds left.
A catch there might have made a manageable field goal attempt, but it goes awry. 3rd and 10 at the 41.
Six seconds left. Ball's in the Scioto 41. Szabo dances back to throw. Looks, goes to the near side. Meek makes the catch and steps out of bounds inside the 30 with 2 seconds left. And they are going to run the field goal unit out onto the field.
Where do they spot that? To 28?
This will be a 30. Well, the ball's at the 28. Good throw there. Nice 45. Catch as well, too.
Yeah.
So Osiris will try this one. What wind there is fluttering in his face. This will be a 45-yard field goal to win it. Let's see if the young man has the leg. On the season, he's 3 of 4. Has made 2 from 29 tonight. Prior to the kick, a timeout. So think about it for a second, if you would, please.
5 of 6 on the season now.
Okay, timeout.
With a chance to grab that hard road rock and take it back to Kilbourne.
That was a pick play, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is the school bus stop of the game. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
Benjamin and Jamshidi are the wide to the far side. Alex Meek to the near side. Bobbled the snap to Szabo. The ball's loose in the field, and Scioto has come away with it. Benjamin and Jamshidi are the wide to the far side. Alex Meek to the near side. Bobbled the snap to Szabo. The ball's loose in the field, and Scioto has come away with it.
This is the school bus stop of the game. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
So here is Erkin Osiris to try and win it for Kilbourne. The 34th Battle of Hard Road comes down to a 45-yard field goal. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up. Does it have the distance? He hit this one well, and it is good. And Worthington Kilbourne has won the Battle of Hard Road on a 45-yard field goal by number 46. Are you kidding me? He boomed that one. That one cleared it with no issues.
Marty, that was good from 55. And
what a finish.
He is now 6 of 7 on the season. He might be getting a few letters himself.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
As calm and as collected and cool as you can be, that young man. And he just stepped back and said, we're taking the Hard Road Trophy back to Kilbourne tonight for the second year in a row.
Marty, I think that big rock encased in yellow, whatever the suitcase went, has been claimed by the Wolves. No, I'm sorry, it's at the 40-yard line. And it looks like it'll now be handed over to the winners. Wow, what a play. And you got to give Szabo a little credit there on the completion, which got it to the 28 and made it a 45-yard field goal attempt, a game winner by your Cyrus.
From 45, number 46 wins it for Kilbourne. Here's the Middlefield Banking Company play of the game. Snap is good. The kick is up. Does it have the distance? He hit this one well, and it is good. And Worthington Kilbourne. Snap is good. Hold is good. The kick is up. Does it have the distance? He hit this one well, and it is good. And Worthington Kilbourne has won the Battle of Hard Road on a 45-yard. And he knew it, too. Watching that replay, he knew it the moment he hit it that it was going to clear, and it did easily. What a finish to this rivalry game here tonight at Dublin Scioto High School. After winning 8 straight in this series, Dublin Scioto has come up short in the last 2 games, and a remarkable finish tonight. The final score, 17-14. As Worthington Kilbourne wins the Battle of Hard Road. You saw Alex Place there, some of the frustration no doubt setting in. His team had opportunities in this game tonight. Both teams had opportunities in this game at different parts of the game to take control, but could not do so. But Worthington Kilbourne at the end wins it.
Marty, the ebb and flow in this game, certainly in the second half, the turnovers, the stops on downs, and then the game winner for Kilbourne, who has the opportunity to take it back home.
And you can see the emotion on both sides of the field right now.
We are separated.
The presentation of the Hard Road Trophy, one of the great parts of the sportsmanship of this great rivalry. There you see it right there. The losing team or the owner of the team, the owner of the trophy, has to present it to the winning team.
If nothing else, just witnessing that right there, not Kilbourne getting the trophy, but the sportsmanship, that is awesome.
It was a hard way to get the Hard Road Trophy, but they did it on just a remarkable finish to this game tonight here at Scioto. 17-14, Kilbourne with the thrilling victory. And in moments we'll find Kellyanne Stitz somewhere amongst all of those Worthington Kilbourne players. They have the Hard Road Trophy. They get the orb here in a moment. It's a double trophy night for Worthington Kilbourne. There you see the celebration right in the middle of the field. And Kellyanne Stitz is with the victorious Worthington Kilbourne Wolves.
Coach Edwards, their Hard Road Trophy stays at Worthington Kilbourne. How does that feel?
Unbelievable. This is what we prepare for all year. This is, what's on our stat board. This is what we do for our community, and I'm so happy for these kids in our community.
That was a battle. How proud are you of their effort tonight?
It always is. Every year we come here, it's a physical battle, it's a mental battle, and our guys hung in there. And obviously, we always talk about 3 sides of the ball, 3 phases of the game, and the special teams. We got to win tonight on special teams on that game winner.
Yeah, a 45-yard field goal to win the game. What was going through your head when he cleared it?
We saw him make that same kick yesterday in walkthroughs quite a few times with a lot of yards to give. So I saw the snap. It was a beautiful snap, beautiful hold, and he drove through it just like he did yesterday.
What does that say about his composure in this big moment?
Composure that he has and belief we have in him, that's why we put him out there.
I'm going to turn to you, the guy of the night, man. What went through your head in that moment?
Just don't miss.
Hey, man, you did not miss. How does it feel to make the game winner for your team tonight?
Absolutely unreal. The most incredible feeling ever.
Well, congratulations, you guys. You will also get our
That was a good idea to get out of there. I got you.
Just don't miss it. And he didn't. The game winner. And Worthington Kilbourne beats Dublin Scioto in a thriller in the Hard Road Trophy game, again by the score of 17-14. So the finish tonight, a wild one here this evening. There are some of the numbers of tonight's game as it played itself out. Very even game, very even numbers. Just separated by 7 total yards of offense in this one tonight. Scioto outrushed the Wolves. The Wolves outpassed the Irish, but not by a great deal. There were penalties in this one tonight. Turnovers played a big, big factor in this one tonight. But in the end, it was Worthington Kilbourne making the plays when needed to win the Battle of Hard Road, again by the final of 17-14. That's where you'll find us next week. Looking forward to that one as defending state champion Watterson takes on St. Francis de Sales. That's a wrap for this edition of Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, presented by D.R. Horton. Longtime Catholic League rivals battle it out on the gridiron next Friday night, of course, as mentioned, Watterson and de Sales. On behalf of Clay Hall, Kellyanne Stitz, our statman Jason Van Hoos, Dean Marini, and our entire camera and production crew, I'm Marty Bannister saying thanks so much for being with us. Once again, the final score, Worthington Kilbourne 17, Dublin Scioto 14. The Hard Road Trophy goes back to Kilbourne.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, presented by D.R. Horton, is sponsored by these businesses.
You guys, I don't think. Hey, we're going to meet in the end zone.
I need you guys to say, go Wolves, okay, at the end.